Oh no, the market's down. Everybody panic. Everybody panic. As if you've never seen a market go down before. I don't know. I don't know. Funny stuff, funny stuff. Oh no, the stock's down. Alright, what do we got for this week? I don't even know. Ooh, Netflix after hours? Netflix, huh? What's Netflix at? Maybe I should, maybe that should be the stream for today. Netflix. What's up, Muma? How was your weekend, bro? How was your weekend? Oh yeah, I forgot they did a stock split. I was expecting this to be $1,000, but they did a stock split. I forgot about that. They did a stock split. That's cool. Earnings report after close. Yeah, Netflix, I saw that. And United Airlines, Interactive Broker. I'll change the info on the stream here in a little bit. I didn't know it was Netflix earnings today. What else do you got this week? Nothing there. Johnson & Johnson, Schwab, just more banks it looks like. Intel on Thursday. Intel should be a good one to stream. That'll be a good one. People should be excited about Intel right now since it's doubled the past like 2 or 3 months. Nice. At least there's some stuff to stream about. Alcoa? Yeah, wait. Alcoa? I was thinking of Whistling Diesel's alcohol brand. I'm like, what? Alcoa? Yeah. Alcoa's up too much, though. Alcoa's interesting, but it's already like 20x'd since 2021, if I remember right. Or some shit. I honestly don't remember. I know it's up a lot, though. Well, I want the chart load. Come on. Come on. Well, I want the chart load. What's going on? Just working, lifting. Hey, I hit some rows today. Hit some rows. I've actually been lifting a lot recently. Past like week or two. It's been a good time. Yeah, see it? Oh, I guess it... Well, yeah, fuck. Alcoa is interesting, but it is massive since 2020, I don't know. And even this month, or even, this year, past year, it's gone up a lot. I've always found Alcoa interesting, but it's just... It's up too much. GME news? I don't know. I don't know, bro. I don't really, like, pay attention. I don't think so. I think everyone's focused on the yen carry trade for some reason, even though that has literally nothing to do with GameStop. I don't know why people think global macroeconomics has anything to do with GameStop. It doesn't really make sense. The only thing that helps GameStop is the US bond rates going up, because that means they make more on their cash. So, I don't know. The yen carry trade nonsense, I don't really get it. I don't really get it. Yeah, I'll have to change my info here in a little bit for that. Yeah, I had a pretty good weekend. I didn't do much. Played a fuck ton of RuneScape, honestly. I've been playing so much RuneScape lately, bro. Like, it's been bad. It's been pretty bad. I've been straight up no-lifing RuneScape. Like, I literally wake up, do a Slayer task, go to the gym, do another Slayer. Like, that was my weekend. Like, I've just been grinding. Oh, man. It's not good. It's not good. If I could, I'd do the same. It's just such a waste of time, but I just have nothing else to do right now. I've been, like, kind of looking for a job, but nowhere, like, pays enough, bro. Like, I can't go get a job that's paying, like, $15 an hour. Even though, you know, anything's better than what I'm doing right now. I just can't make myself commit to that. Like, it's just not worth it. You know, if it was like 20, maybe I could be more interested, but I don't know. So I've just been just being a fucking loser, basically. That's been my life. Just being a loser. Open the door. I'm a loser, baby. So why don't you kill me? Open the door. I'm a loser, baby. So why don't you kill me? Let's see what else we got. Any whales? Oh, you finally... Oh, no whales. Nothing there. Short interest update. Nope. Crypto is down. Damn, I can't believe crypto reject. Oh my gosh. Isn't that a lower low on Bitcoin? I think that's a lower low. Oh man. Oh, not quite. Not quite. If it starts pushing 70s though, that's crazy. That's crazy. I think the market's kind of overreacting, but whatever. Kind of overreacting. IBM got smashed. I haven't looked at IBM in a long time. Any seasoned investor is back to the labor market? What? What do you mean by that? What's wrong with making more money? if I want to make more money to put more money in the stock, that's what real investors do. So I don't really understand that. I'm not over here day trading anymore, so I don't make money day trading like I used to. And I don't have money in bonds, so I don't make money from bonds. And YouTube's trash, so I don't make money from YouTube. So what do you want me to do? You want me to just be poor? I mean, that's what I'm doing right now, is just being poor, but it's not great. It's not great. all my bond money's in GameStop, and I don't know, day trading's stupid, so I don't day trade anymore. I don't even know why the market's like reacting like this to this stupid Greenland thing. Is it just because it's like tariffs? Is that why? Just some more tariff nonsense? It's kind of stupid, but it is what it is. Jared, what's up, Jared? How you been, bro? Hope you had a good weekend. Triple Steel, let's see. There's not really much news besides the Greenland thing, but like to me, that's nothing. Maybe, I mean, obviously to the market, people find the Greenland thing and the tariffs like, I don't know. To me, that's nothing. But what do I know? I guess. U.S. Treasury confirms all seized Bitcoin will join the strategic reserve. I already knew that. I hear USA will make an offer for Greenland for a lot of money. Maybe why the market's moving? No, it's because of the tariffs that Trump wants to put on if they're not going to make a deal, most likely. That's the only thing I could assume. Because what the fuck? What does an offer on Greenland have to do with anything? It's because of the tariffs. Or the potential new tariffs, I guess. Should say. That's what it is. Has nothing to do with Greenland. Well, I mean, Greenland's the reason why potential new tariffs are going to get, at or put in, but the Greenland deal is honestly nothing in my eyes, literally. I mean, tariffs are nothing in my eyes as well, but the market's reacting. I think this is one of your biggest down days on the Dow in a long time, so my opinion might be a little irrelevant, but I also, downside in the market doesn't affect me at this point. I don't really care what happens. I don't really care. What is GameStop at, though? And GameStop's still trading between the pivots. Like, it's so impressive, honestly. GameStop should be below $20. With how the market's reacting, GameStop should be down a lot more. And you're still trading between the pivots like nothing's happening. Like, I ain't fucking worried for now. I mean, even if it starts trading below 20, I probably wouldn't be worried, but it's still if you go look at the Cran astrology, you're still in between that longer term bull trend and longer term bearish trend, and you sold it, and yeah, so once one of those two trends break, then we can talk about price action and all that nonsense. Open a nuclear power plant? I don't even remember who said that. I don't even remember where that came from. I think someone just made that up. I still think Cineverse is an interesting buy, but nobody wants to talk about that. Everyone just wants to make weird things up. Then nobody wants to talk about like a real business they could buy, which is fine. But it would be nice if we could talk about some like real stuff. You know, it would be nice. It's not allowed in the GameStop community though. You just got to make things up, and that's how you live your life as a GameStopper. That's how you live your life. All right, I'm gonna change the. Oh wait, have I streamed Netflix before? Maybe I can just get the info from a stream. I'm sure I've streamed Netflix before. That video I posted did okay. Not like anything crazy, but if every video I posted did this, like I would probably post more. There's just not much to talk about. Let's see. Netflix. I streamed Netflix 5 years ago. Nice. 5 years ago. Pretty sick. Let's see. I don't think people like the title of the stream today. So we'll change it to Netflix. Netflix stock earnings call live. Money shine. Netflix stock earnings call live. Nice. All right. Hopefully I have tags. Do I got tags? Nice. Look, I was such a good boy doing my tags, making it nice and convenient. Perfect. All right, there we go. Sick. I love that. There's like no viewers today. It's weird how we had like the stream was like blowing up there for a while, but I guess that maybe it's just bots. Who knows? Or they don't like the title. They got butthurt about the title. What does he mean? The yen carry trade has nothing to do with GameStop. That guy's a fucking idiot. That guy's an idiot. He doesn't know anything. Why would I watch someone who doesn't think the yen carry trade has anything to do with GameStop? What a loser. What a loser. I read it on Reddit. It has to be true. Reddit told me. It has to be true. NVIDIA accused of using pirated books to train AI. Pokemon boss reveals 6-year struggle behind game. Let's see. Man dies from lead poisoning after using same thermal cup for decades. Bro, that's fucking crazy. Everyone... Man, 50 is using the favorite thermos mug for 30... Dude, that's disgusting. 30 years? Why the fuck would you be drinking from the same mug for 30 years? Oh yeah, check this out. There's a new feature on Microsoft. It's kind of cool. I can do split screen here. So I can fucking... click on this and then... Boom! Look at that shit. Look at that shit, bro. We can watch the chart and read news at the same time. Look at that shit. Oh, I should probably switch them though. Can I switch them? There we go. Oh, that's so convenient. This is probably the best update I've ever seen on a fucking browser. This is a nice update. I mean, it's convenient for the stream. It's nice for the stream. Because I can just fucking swoop. I don't know what we should do here. Probably like, we'll do something like that. That looks okay, I guess. Doesn't look good, doesn't look bad. But now we have two windows. Like, that's sick. That's a sick update, bro. I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one who can appreciate a good update. It's a sick update, though. Not, you know, I don't really like sitting and watching the stock price all day, every day, but, you know. Just goofing, accumulating more shares weekly comfortably. Waiting, hoping that Burry guy doesn't blow up the spot for his ominous part 2. Oh, I'm sure that's going to be nothing. I'm sure that's going to be nothing, but we'll see. I'll just be curious on his analysis, because I don't know, maybe he sees something that the rest of the market hasn't seen. There's really only 2 people here right now? What the fuck? What is going on, bro? The stock goes down and everyone just fucking... Is that it? There's one person here? That's crazy. What the hell is going on with the stream today? I guess, I don't know, man. It had to have been bots. It doesn't make sense how we go from 15 to 20 people back to 2. Like, I don't know, bro. It has to be bots, bro. It has to be. Doesn't make sense. Kind of annoying, but is what it is. Is what it is. Down 25 cents. Pack it up. It's over. Down 25 cents. It's over. Still trading in between the low volume areas. It's over. Trading volume in the low volume area in prices that you usually just skip past. It's over. It's fucking ridiculous, actually. Oh yeah, RuneScape revealed a roadmap. I haven't... Well, it's the RS3. I don't think it's for OSRS. I haven't watched it, though. Low-key feel like people are out of GME. This next round of FOMO will be funny. I think so, bro. I've always said it. I think there's way less GameStop investors than what the internet portrays. I think there's just a lot of bots and a lot of people that post about it, but the amount of real GameStop investors is like it's so small, dude. There's just no way. There's just no way. I refuse to believe that the GameStop investor base is as big as it is portrayed on the internet. Let's see. RuneScape developer Jagex has committed to a year-long refresh of the 25-year-old MMO, beginning with complete removal of the controversial gacha system. What's that? Introduced in 2014 as the replacement for another random chance microtransaction system that awarded various XP boosts and progression items, Treasure Hunter passed a player poll to be removed from the game entirely in late 25. First step to Jagex's plan to restore integrity to game progression. The game's quarter-century anniversary celebration on January 4th. Jagex revealed its full plans for RuneScape in 2026 on January 19th, with a 2-part roadmap focused on introducing new content and renewed focus on remastering older content, dubbed the Road to Restoration. In addition to new content, the roadmap details that each month will be accompanied by quality of life updates. Those include UI improvements, early game balance to improve the new player experience, and visual updates to the areas of the existing world, many of which still look similar to how they appear in OSRS. The year culminates with Part 2 of Havenheith, a new endgame boss, and the addition of plugin support, allowing players to create their own tools similar to OSRS. To usher in the new era, Jagex rolled out a new logo for RuneScape and currently has an ongoing event to celebrate the veteran MMO's 25th anniversary. From now until January 31st, 2026, all players can earn special variants of skill mastery capes and other cosmetics. OSRS, the retro version of RuneScape that has become more popular than the original modernized RuneScape, is scheduled to get its own roadmap on January 25th as part of the game's Winter Summit. Oh, I'm excited for that. I actually played OSRS, so... Wait, they're not going to talk about the roadmap? I guess I gotta go find it. Am I American? Yeah. Why? Why does it matter? Are you? Probably not, because I don't know why an American would ask that question. That seems like an odd question. But, yeah. I'm American. This is... oh, shit. TikToker responds as Dr. Pepper finally used her viral jingle in the ad. Let's see. Chinese YouTuber builds console with PS5, Switch 2, and Xbox Series X all in one. That's kind of cool. I'm not going to read that, but that's kind of cool. Rampaging elephant kills 20 as officials urge villagers to stay indoors. I saw this news. I didn't read it. Authorities in eastern India are urging residents to stay indoors after an elephant killed an estimated 20 people within 10 days, and it's still on the loose. New Year's was rung in with horror when a young male elephant trampled villagers in Chabasa, India on New Year's Day 26. The massive creature continued its rampage across neighboring areas in the following days, killing a reported total of 20 people. The outlet claims young children and elderly among the victims. A couple of their 2 children were sound asleep in village of Barbaria when he tusked Titan took their lives, stomping them to death. Jeez. Officials stepped in to tranquilize the animal and halt its deadly assault, but their efforts were repeatedly thwarted. The elephant even killed a professional animal handler sent in to solve the problem. Experts say the creature's movements are unpredictable and they aren't sure what's causing its aberrant behavior. Some hypothesize the elephant is in musth, a hormonal condition that raises testosterone in males, usually marked by aggressive behavior. The elephant's movement is erratic. There have been no reported injuries and deaths in the past 4 days, and the elephant has not been seen. The attacks by the lone elephant are unprecedented. I don't remember seeing anything in the recent past. Officials are teaming up with local villagers to help locate and prevent the elephant from taking any more lives. Dude, that's nuts, bro. Creature hasn't been sighted in days, leaving locals hopeful that this reign of terror might be over. Huh. Dude, that's pretty wild. Wow. Roblox YouTuber Creekcraft says steal a brain rot has earned him over $1 million. Wow. That's fucking crazy. It's actually insane. Oh, yeah, I wanted to see this. WWE pulls embarrassing AI video showing champion with AEW belt after airing it on live TV. WWE fans are laying the smackdown on AI after a brutal mistake depicted Dominic Mysterio as an AEW champion on live TV. As AI continues to influence different forms of media, the need to fact check and ensure mistakes aren't made becomes increasingly important. It doesn't seem like the double check happened during AAA's debut on Fox in Latin America, when artificial intelligence was used for a promo package. A video segment about Dominic Mysterio contained animated sequences of the wrestler with both the WWE Intercontinental and AAA Mega Champion, but one frame has the internet talking. Dirty Dom is all elite. Let's see. Dom is shown wearing a belt with the AEW logo on it. Mistake seemingly caused by AI altering the real video. Mix-up happens while Mysterio discussed being the new AAA champ. It's not clear if prompt impacted the animation or the AEW logo was supposed to say new instead during that frame. AAA eventually pulled a tweet featuring the mistake, while the video package was subsequently removed from WWE's website. Okay. I thought it was like live TV. I thought they had like a wrestling match that was AI or some shit. That was kind of weird. Let's see. Russia threatens to ban GTA 6 unless leaked immoral content is removed. What? What immoral content? Details about the story's length, gameplay mechanics, and random info. According to Mikhail Ivanov, deputy chairman of World Russian People's Council, this edition could result in GTA 6 being barred. Wait. Oh, male strippers. That's why. That's Russia's gonna ban the game because there's male strippers in the game. I think isn't that a first for Grand Theft Auto? Male strippers? I don't think they've ever had male strippers in Grand Theft Auto. I think that's new. I think that's a first. Moose! What's up, Moose? Hope you had a good weekend, bro. Hope you had a good weekend. I have no clue what you're saying, Angelo. I don't know what... Netflix is over $80, so what you're saying makes no sense, but okay. Okay. Took issue with the popularity of Grand Theft Auto, dangerous tool of influence. Creators of GTA 6 deliberately go to include destructive and vulgar content in their product, completely unacceptable to the moral health of society. This includes the planned inclusion of scenes of male strip teases in the game, which is direct and cynical violation of basic moral norms and traditional spiritual values. He went on to seemingly refer to the leaks and Rockstar's confirmation of the content, stating the admission of such content is tantamount to the growth of younger generation. Called on developers to release special, cleaned, immoral content versions for our market. Can't have male strippers in Russia, I guess? That's interesting. Negative impact on their children. It's not clear yet if Rockstar... Blah. Okay. Okay. Husbands in China desperately beg wives to stop playing AI dating sims. The fuck? A dating sim? That's so weird, bro. Why would you play that? That just seems odd. Seems like an odd game to play. A dating sim. I don't know. Seems odd to me. Wait, how come it deleted my split screen? I can't close a tab on split screen? You gotta be joking. I gotta be able to close a tab. Let me see here. Let me see here. I gotta be able to. Whatever. I think I see how you do it. Can you like Separate two tabs. Oh, okay, that's weird. So I can... That's weird. I should be able to, like... close just this tab. Turn on vertical tabs. I don't know, that's weird. That's weird. I should be able to... It's kind of stupid. It's kind of dumb. That's kind of whack. I should be able to fucking... I can do this. Wait. I can't even change tabs? That is actually dumb. What's the point of split screen then if I can't change tabs and have the split screen open still? That doesn't make any sense. What's the point of that? There. No ass party can't be in Russia. I guess not. How do you fall for an AI baddie? I don't know, man. I guess it's just like it's like a video game, I guess. You know? People get addicted to video games. People get addicted to drugs, you know? It's not real. The feelings aren't even real, but people get addicted to them. So, I don't know. Maybe it's just how it, it's like those, like, weird, like, murder romance novels, you know? People just like weird shit. Or, yeah, I don't know. There must be something about it. I don't fucking get it, but there must be something about it. Twitch streamers are still being played to play Mind's Eye. You get paid to play Mind's Eye? That's crazy. Isn't that game trash? I don't remember. I thought there was a lot of controversy with that game. It was like really bad or something when it came out. There's not much news. I mean, nothing I find interesting, at least. I guess there's a new Arc Raider patch. It's kind of whack that I can't close the like right tab on split screen and still have the GameStop one open. It's kind of dumb. Kind of dumb. Bro can type so fast, you gotta see it. He thinks so. I can't think of the word. What is up with the stream today, bro? Where the fuck is everyone? It's weird. Maybe it's just always two people. Who knows? It's pretty weird. Can't come in the stream when the stock's down, I guess. It's not allowed. The stock's down 50 whole cents or 30 whole cents. I don't know. It's not even down that much. Case of the Mondays on a Tuesday. Market is sad, so they probably went outside. I love when the market's down, personally. But I guess I'm just not a... Like, I mean, I was talking about it last week. Like, I love this shit. Whether the market's up or down, whether the news is good or bad. I love this shit. It doesn't affect me, but I guess I could see that. You know, today is a pretty big down day, I think. But it's still, it's like, if you're going to be a stock market participant, you should not be a fucking pussy. Like, I'm just saying, like, if you're going to be a stock market participant, grow like a pair of nuts, bro. Like, it's not that fucking serious. Today is a pretty big down day, though. I won't deny that. It is a pretty big down day. But still, it's like, this is Warren Buffett said it best, bro. Warren Buffett said it best. Like, the stock market is the only place people complain when the price is down. It's literally true. It's the only place people complain when the price is going down. And yeah, it doesn't make any sense, actually. When you think about it from that perspective, it makes no sense why people get fucking upset when the stocks are down. It's like, bro, you're getting what you're already buying for cheaper and you're upset about it? Like, that's ridiculous, actually. When you really think about it, that's ridiculous. If you went and bought something in the real world, like food or something, and you went back the next day and the price was down, you'd be excited. But not in the stock market. No. Can't have that in the stock market for some reason. Meta knowingly earns ad money from criminals and scams. Yeah, I've seen that before. I think we watched a video about that. I remember right. Slow when the market's open. Yesterday was a drag. Yesterday was I like when the market is open as well. But I also I don't know. It's not like I need the market to be open. Man, no news. This sucks. I'm gonna look up that roadmap. RuneScape. Let's check out the RuneScape roadmap. How do I look it up? RuneScape. There we go. Let's check out this roadmap. Fuck off. Alright, welcome to our biggest RuneScape ahead ever, the start of a bold new era for RuneScape. As we celebrate RuneScape's 25th anniversary, this moment isn't just about reflecting on how far we've come, it's about looking ahead. RuneScape's always evolved alongside players, and what we're sharing today marks a defining step in that journey. We're unveiling our roadmap for the entirety of 26, along with a brand new identity for RuneScape, one that honors our heritage while embracing our ambition for the years to come. New Chapter is a symbol of renewal and growth, and our commitment to delivering meaningful experiences and lasting value in everything we create. This anniversary year represents more than a milestone, it's a turning point, one that sets RuneScape firmly on course for the future it deserves. And as we continue to evolve across the studio and our games, we do so with clear purpose to deliver brilliant content, incredible value, and experiences that are worthy of your time and trust. Check in below to explore everything we've planned. God, this is long. Is there a video? I don't know if I want to read all this. We'll see if there's a video. The roadmap, 28 minutes long? Holy fuck. Alright, I'm just gonna read it. So, I don't want to watch a 28-minute long video. I'm good. Japan bond chatter last night was interesting. I don't find that I mean, you know, global macroeconomics are interesting, but it has nothing to do with GameStop. Literally has nothing to do with GameStop. I love, I think it's funny how people talk about global macroeconomics like they know anything. Like, if Japanese bonds had anything to do with GameStop, you would, the stock would be down or up a lot, because the Japanese bonds or the yields are ripping. I guess that means the bonds are crashing. So, I don't know. I would love to see where people get their evidence from, but they just talk about things that don't even matter and have no correlation to anything. Let's see. The Road to Restoration, dedicated track of integrity, focused releases running alongside our main 26 content roadmap. With an incredible year ahead, we're excited to finally share what's coming throughout 2026 as we give core RuneScape experience the care and attention it deserves, strengthening its foundation for every player, now and for years to come. Though these updates will be tackling long-standing challenges like daily scape pressure, early and mid-game skilling balance, visual identity, and much more. But before we dive into that, let's not forget the other tiny little things happening. By the time you're reading this, Treasure Hunter will be removed from RuneScape, and hundreds of gameplay-impacting MTX items will no longer be available for sale. Interesting. Ending the sale of these items is the first step toward a long-term ambition, removing their presence from the entire game. Over the course of 26, players will have the opportunity to use up any existing stockpiles, with additional chances later in the year to clear out anything that remains before these items are ultimately made obsolete. Top of that, we're excited to kick off the Road to Restoration with 3 brand new releases going live today. I need to go. Let me go grab like a snack or something. I'll be right back. I'm like so hungry for some reason. Ugh. Time is it in Japan? I have no clue. Oh, 4 a.m. I mean, their markets were probably open yesterday. I don't think Japan celebrates Martin Luther King Day. I'm just saying. Japan market hit all-time highs the other day. So, I don't know. Japan market's been ripping. But I guess the Greenland thing could be a distraction for the Japanese bonds crashing, but who knows? When was the last time you had the Japanese bonds crash? That's a good thing to look at. Whoops, wrong website. Let's see. Hopefully this goes back far enough. The Japanese... I can't even look at the data. Maybe we can on TradingView? I was just trying to look. Yeah. It used to not be like that. When I first started using trading economics, like 5-6 years ago or some shit, it wasn't paywalled like that. But we can go to TradingView and we can look up the bonds. Which one do we want to look up though? Probably the 10-year, most likely. Yeah. But TradingView has it. Let's see. Yeah, the Japanese bond hasn't been up this high since 2008. Uh-oh. Maybe we're gonna lose all our money. Maybe we're about to lose all our money. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. SpaghettiOs. Yeah, the Japanese bond hasn't been up this high since 08. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's kind of interesting. That's kind of interesting. Wonder if the 30-year goes farther. Wait, what happened in 08? I don't know, just some things. Just some things and some stuff. I mean, 08 wasn't the tech bubble though, but I can't, this doesn't go back to 2002. So I can't look. Can't look. What is the Japanese stock market called? Isn't it like the Nikkei or something like that? I think it's this. Right? I don't know. What is it called? I forget. The Japan 225. Yeah, it's the Nikkei. This isn't the right one, though. I don't think that's the right one either. Whatever. We'll just go off this one. How far back does this go? Seeing, interesting. Yeah, when the the last time. Oh man, that's not good. That's not good. Oh no, the Japanese market might crash. That could be bad. That could be bad. I don't know. Pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. I can see why there's nobody here today. I can see why there's nobody here today. I bet there's a lot of fear. I bet there's a lot of fear. Now you're into the 10. Yeah, but this has nothing to do with GameStop. This is global macroeconomics. This has zero to do with GameStop. This has to do with the entire market as a whole. GameStop is irrelevant in this conversation. Halo 3 was the game of the year from GameStop Awards. That also came out in 2008. Damn. Find out in 4 hours. Oh, it's gonna take longer than that. It's not gonna be something that just happens overnight. It took from July 2007 to April 2009 for the Japanese market to hit its low. Like, this isn't, the Japanese market's not fucking crashing tomorrow, but in the next couple years, it could definitely start. That's the whole thing, is everyone's acting like this is like something that's gonna happen tomorrow, and it's not. Like, it's not gonna happen a month from now. It's not gonna happen 6 months from now. It's gonna be a fucking like year or 2 or 3 of, you know, price action. Like, it's not just something that just happens. Like, I don't know, people are trying to like, and also global macroeconomics is impossible to predict. Like, just because the Japanese market crashed last time the bonds were like this doesn't mean it's going to happen again. It really doesn't. And also, you know, if the Japanese market starts crashing, you know, I don't know what the funds rate is in Japan. We can look. Let's see, Japan fund rate. Federal. Do they not? Federal fund rate. Do they not have a Japanese one? There's got to be a Japanese one. Japanese federal fund rate. This has to... What? They have to have a fund rate. Japanese rate. I guess I'll just Google it. Japan federal fund rate. Let's see. Yeah, see, Japan's been cutting this whole time as well, so the Federal Reserve in Japan can start increasing rates, and that'll halt the fucking... Oh, wait. This isn't today. This is 1990s. Why the fuck is it showing the 90s? That makes 0 sense. Oh, shit. Japan's fucked. Oh, Japan's fucked. I mean, their federal funds rate is at 4%, though, so the bonds are matching the federal fund rate. Back in 2008, let's see. Yeah, back in 2008, the federal funds rate in Japan was at basically an all-time low, so the economics here is completely different. Japan can start... Very interesting, actually. Very interesting. I wish I could get a better chart. Let's see. I wish this went back further. It would be nice. It would be nice. But the bond rates have 2.3. Let's see. So 2006 is when they hit the peak. So let's see. Where's 2006? Yeah, see, it's literally pretty similar. Interesting. But the difference between 2006 is they already started to cut prior to this. So they could definitely start to increase rates here. Again. So they're actually in a little bit better position as compared to back here. Back here, it just kind of happened, and they were fucked. Here, they already kind of cut in advance, so they have a lot of room to increase the rates. Totally different economics here. Totally different. Interesting nonetheless, but to compare it to GameStop makes 0 sense, actually. It actually makes 0 sense. And yeah, it's a lot different. They could cut the rates back up to 5%, and then the bond rates in Japan would start to level out a little bit. The only reason they're skyrocketing most likely is because of how much they've cut. They went from a 5.3 federal funds rate in 2024. You know, they cut almost 2 points at this point. Like that's massive. That's huge. So completely different economics than 2008. You know, we'll see if it spirals into something else, but like I said, it's going to take like a year or two, so does it really even matter? Probably not. Probably not. Are you going to sell all your stocks? Like, are you? Like, I'm not. I don't give a fuck. Send it to 0, honestly. But yeah, they could cut those two, or they could increase the rates back to 5%, a little over 4%. And yeah, I don't know. I don't really see the issue. Like I said, people who trying to predict global macroeconomics is a joke. So I don't know. We'll see. I've never. I mean, look at that bounce off of 2080 again. Again, dude. Another bounce off 2080 again. Are you fucking kidding me, bro? Another like 1% bounce off of 2080. That's fucking nuts, bro. That's actually nuts. Crazy. But I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? What are your thoughts on what's going on? I just feel like people overreact to things that they don't understand. That's, that's what I think. I feel like I have a pretty good grasp on economics, and even I don't even understand really. So it's pretty hard to take the opinions of people on the internet. But I'd be curious to see what you guys think about what's going on. Crazy. It's crazy how many times you've bounced off 2080. It's absolutely insane. Bro. Holy shit, you've bounced off 2080 so many times the past few trading days. Let's see. I mean, this isn't really 2080, but still massive bounce right here. So one trading day, flat, go back to 2080. 2 trading days, another 3% bounce there, and now you're bouncing off of it again after literally doing it today. Like that's so peculiar, bro. That's so peculiar. Short-term price action's very hard to predict, but that's crazy how many times it's bounced off like that. And you could say the same thing about the sell side, how many times it's sold off 2120, but the buys are much more interesting in my opinion. The buys are way more interesting. Must be a buyer in that range accumulating. I mean, I think about it from when we used to talk about that price. Like, you remember, I don't know if we could go back that far, but like a year, maybe like 6 months ago, we used to talk about 2080 so much because you would always skip the price every time, and there would never be volume. But now, now you're trading volume. There's volume. It's bouncing. Like, it's just so interesting. It's just so interesting. Same with 2120. You just skip that price all the time, but now you're actually trading volume. Well, so not really as much on 2120, but I don't know. Seeing a low volume area turn into a price where there's actual volume, that's so interesting to me. I can't get on the 30-minute, so it's gonna be tough. Yeah, it's too tough. It's tough to see on an hour chart. You can really only see it on the 30-minute, but whatever. I just remember talking about that price all the time, so 2080 and 2120 have been on my radar for a long time. But turning a low volume, like I said, turning a low volume area that you always skip into a price you actually trade volume, and it's just, to me, that's interesting. You know, it's short-term price action, so what does it actually mean? That's highly debatable. You know, short-term price action's tough to predict. I say it all the time, and sometimes, you know, it doesn't really mean anything, but to me, that means a lot. The 2080 is the most traded, like, highest volume traded on the day. Like, highest volume traded price on the day. That, you know, it's just, that is so interesting, bro. I don't know. You know, whether it turns into something, whatever, whether it means anything, I don't fucking know, but it's still interesting. I don't really look at much. Haven't been on Reddit in months. Don't have X browse. Headlines, that's about it. Yeah. It's probably a good thing, honestly. I read some of those things and I'm just like, ugh. I just like facepalm, bro. It's good to live in peace like that, bro. Peace is number one. That's the thing with like these stocks and stuff, though. People take it too seriously, and it like affects how they live their life. And don't get me wrong, I've been there. You know, how do you think I got to this point? Like, but once you get tired of having the market dictate how you feel on the daily basis, you know, it's just, I can't live my life like that. I can't live my life like that. Wow. TLT, huh? Seeing someone a few weeks back say Roaring Kitty's brother was posting stuff. What happened to that? More nothing. Yeah, he's just been posting like movie reviews and stuff on his story. And I guess he posted something recently. He posted like a fortune cookie that said good news on the way or something like that. But then Gamestop on Twitter also posted something. Let's see, unless Reddit deleted it. Reddit sometimes deletes, for some reason, Superstonk deletes like posts that I actually find interesting, and they leave all this fucking dog shit up. I don't know why. Maybe I saw it on Twitter. Maybe it wasn't Reddit. Maybe it was on Twitter. I don't remember. I thought it was on Reddit, but maybe not. Oh, excuse me. 4-hour chart and chill is the way. Amen. Amen. The almost time? No, it's just a fortune cookie that he posted. I just said good news is on the way or something like that. But then GameStop posted this. Quote this was someone getting ready to make history. And they replayed, or they quoted this with this video. Game-winning kill. Just like a random fucking throwing knife. I thought that was interesting. But it was also, you know, Kevin Gill's post had the fortune cookie. That's the one I meant. Okay. Is that what it said? Did it say almost time? I thought it said good news is on the way. Let's see. What does this say? GameStop issues statement on infinite money glitch. GameStop is aware of the GameStop infinite money glitch exposed by YouTuber RJC Media by purchasing a Nintendo Switch 2 for $414.99 and then immediately trading it back in along with the purchase of a pre-owned game. A promotional bonus was triggered that increased the Switch 2 trade credit to $472.50. In short, our system briefly valued the pre-owned trade more than the new retail cost of the console itself, creating a narrow window where customers could repeat this transaction over and over again to amass infinite trade credit. Effective immediately, the glitch has been patched. Trade promotions have been updated to ensure customers can no longer convert basic arithmetic into an endless revenue stream, and balance has been restored. GameStop remains committed to offering promotions that reward our customers, and while we applaud the creativity, we gently remind everyone that our store is not designed to function as an infinite money printer. That's kind of funny. Kind of looked like a GME logo above. In what? In this? Are you talking about this? Or are you talking about the game-winning kill? I don't know where you. Maybe you're talking about the thing. I'll try to find it, but oh, the fortune cookie. Yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to find it because I don't even remember where I saw it. It's kind of my fault for not saving it. Kind of my fault. Roaring Kitty's brother's Instagram. What is it? How come there's no sound? Boas? Fire? What? Why is there no sound? Okay. Somebody explain here why the final scorecard doesn't make any sense. The winning team is, in this game of Team Deathmatch, has over 100 total deaths, where they just repeatedly jumping off buildings the whole game and throwing ballistic knives. That's such a tinfoil thing right there. I never noticed that, bro. That's funny. I never noticed that. Where'd that video go? Oh my god! My bad, headphone users. I'm sorry. I didn't know there was sound. Holy shit. Holy shit. Headphone users beware. There's some squeakers about to squeak.
Okay. Oh my god! Oh! Oh my fucking god! Oh!
What the fuck, dude?
Oh, no, get the camera!
Get the dazzle! Get the dazzle! Oh, that is such a good point. They have so many deaths. That is such a good point. That's so interesting. I mean, think about that through the context of GameStop, bro. How many times have they how many times is the stock clapped out? Kind of tinfoily. Kind of tinfoily. Dude, the stock's kind of ripping right now, low-key. The stock's... The stock's kind of ripping now. The market's down so much, and GameStop's just crushing. Doesn't it feel good to be a GameStop investor? Like, imagine if you were like a SPY investor or a tech investor right now. It's gotta feel good to be a GameStop investor, bro. Gotta feel good. I don't care who you are. It's gotta feel good. The Russell, though. Look at the Russell. Like, talk about, you know, the market, whatever. Look at the Russell. The Russell's still basically just at all-time highs, just chilling. Like, it's not a... If the whole market was bearish, this would be selling the fuck off too. You know, sure, the Russell's down 1%, but the Russell's more volatile than the NASDAQ. So the NASDAQ being down 2.5% and the Russell's like barely down. I mean, you're seeing the rotation still in real time. You're still seeing the rotation. Very interesting. See, you know, I've been on this game. I've been in this game for years, and with when the market's crashing, everything crashes. The Russell should be down like 3%. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. But short-term price action wise, that does not look that bad. Let's see. What did I miss? I haven't even looked at the chat. Let's see. You know what? I can't remember. Someone in here way long a time ago was always going on about Burry. Who was that? I don't remember. I don't remember that. Is he just posting about his dog and people making hype about it? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. We're at 0% on the day. This isn't ripping. You got me excited. I mean, it was ripping for a second. That's a pretty big move. With the market being down as much as it is, they just did a almost 2% move in like 10 minutes. Like, that's pretty solid. That's pretty solid short-term price action with how much the market's down. Like I said, GameStop should be below 20 bucks right now, but for some reason it's not. For some reason it's not. Let's see if I can find this. Where is this shit? Probably not going to be able to find it. Maybe I can just type in Kevin Gill. See what it brings up.
Can you introduce me as Joker?
Joker tells the story of a mentally ill loner shaped by years of mistreatment.
Even I didn't know.
Hey, that's me. I don't think we can watch movies on YouTube, so I'm gonna... Oh yeah, it was this tweet. It was this tweet. Good news is on the way. I don't see the GameStop logo you're talking about, though. Where do you see the GameStop logo? Is that a power button or a clock? I think it's a clock, but it could be a power button. That's a good point. Good point. It does look like a power button. I think it's a clock, though. But it does look like a power button. It kind of looks like a power button. In a way. Not like the GameStop power button, but... You know. Power button. Like, that's kind of similar. Kind of similar. Not really, but kind of. Let's see. Wait, is that his Instagram? Barking Puppy? Or is that... I don't know if that's real.
Shaped by years of mistreatment.
Even I didn't know if I really existed.
Sorry for last night's technical difficulties. Arthur has plenty of his own. After being kicked around his whole life, he's a hungry coyote. Some laugh at their pain. Arthur can't control his. After being clowned, Arthur begins shaping his new identity and becomes Joker. Joker wants the last laugh, but Murray doesn't get his humor.
How about another joke, Murray?
So he gives him a fortune cookie and gets the message from Michelle, allowing Arthur to fully embrace his new persona.
Interesting. It's a real banger. I've never watched Joker. I've never watched it. Barking Puppies. Is that real? What is that? B Puppy 8002. Oh, it's right here. Is this real? Doesn't even have any posts. This could be his Instagram, maybe, but I don't know. Or his Twitter, I mean, not Instagram. See, I don't have Instagram, so I can't verify this shit, unfortunately. Oh, Barking Puppy. I get it now. It's the opposite of Roaring Kitty. Duh. Duh. That makes sense. That makes sense. Let's see.
Is a chillin'...
Are you the kind that sees signs?
Isn't that a Roaring Kitty meme? You're the kind that sees signs.
Signs is a chillin' alien thriller that still gives me shivers. There are signs. Outstanding in a field, quiet and eerie, hinting we're not alone. There's something else out there.
It's behind!
It's barking puppy instead of Roaring Kitty. That's so funny.
You can try to protect your loved ones,
We're gonna tear your head off! I'm losing my mind!
but maybe, just maybe,
There are no coincidences.
and if they make contact first, all we need to do is make contact ourselves.
Swing me.
To save humanity. Those stinky aliens just needed a bath.
What the hell? Same memes from summer 25 4. Yeah. Like all the movies he's reviewing are video or movies from the memes. But this is his Twitter, bro. Barking puppy. Huh. I guess we gotta follow him. But oh man, fuck the yen carry trade, bro. Fuck the yen carry trade. This shit's more tinfoil than the yen carry trade. This is real tinfoil right here. This is some real tinfoil. We'll see. Wouldn't it be funny if Roaring Kitty gave his brother like 200 million and his brother comes in and buys fucking 9 million shares? That would be something. That would be something to see. He fucking hooked his brother up with 200 mil. That would be something to see. Could you imagine? That'd be wild. That'd be pretty wild. It's like, here you go, brother. Here's 200 million. Put it all in GameStop. Oh, shit. I mean, why not? Why not? Are you guys noticing how volatile the stock is right now? So volatile. You're getting some decent, like, if you go back not too long ago, you were barely trading like 20-30 cents on the day. Now you're trading like 20-30 cents in fucking 10-15 minutes. Pretty interesting. The stock's volatility is definitely going up. Maybe not implied volatility, but the daily price action. Pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I should probably get Netflix ready, huh? Netflix. I wonder if they have a earnings call today too. Yeah, nice. Cool. Netflix earnings call. Oh shit. What am I doing? Fucking rookie over here. Rookie. I think Netflix's earnings is on YouTube, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's why I usually don't. I think they do their earnings call on YouTube. Pretty sure. Now that I think about it. I don't think they do their earnings call like every other company does. Yeah, they do it on YouTube. This is why I usually don't stream this, because anyone interested in Netflix, they're going to go to the YouTube channel. They're not going to come here. It's all coming back to me now. It's all coming back. One sec. Alrighty then. This might be a good time for split screen though. Let's see. Because now then I can read my RuneScape roadmap. Nice. Nice. We can do that for the Netflix. Just throw that there. And now I can still read my roadmap here while we wait. My throat kind of hurts. Does he rate the movies? No, I think he just reviews them real quick. And he's always throwing in like weird little buzzwords that relate to Roaring Kitty things or like tinfoil things. But like I said, I don't have Instagram, so I haven't seen all of them. He reviewed Dumb Money. Yeah, that was one of the first ones he did. I think the first one he did was The Big Short, and then the second one was Dumb Money. But now he's reviewing... now he's like reviewing movies that are from the memes. And now he has a Twitter account called Barking Puppy. Like, isn't that odd? And then, you know, the Roaring Kitty's last tweet. Roaring Kitty's last tweet was the dog, right? Wasn't it? Pretty sure it was. Yeah, Roaring Kitty's last tweet was the dog, and now he fucking created, or, you know, Kevin Legend created Barking Puppy. That's pretty interesting. That's some fucking huffing tinfoil. Put that in your tinfoil and light it up. Shove that in your tinfoil and smoke it. That might be the greatest tinfoil we've had in like a year. Honestly. Alright. Starting with the UI. Update delivers familiar UI experience that keeps all functionality you need, while introducing a cleaner, more classic, refreshed look. Part of the new visual identity. Restoring the stone UI icons and reintroducing the circular minimap. Small but meaningful nod to the RuneScape many of us grew up with. We've also improved the default layout to make it stronger, more versatile options that works no matter where you are on your RuneScape journey. Just the beginning, update marks the first in a series of iterative UI improvements. Many more enhancements to come as we continue working closely with all of you to take it further. Fuck, dude. I'm like... I feel weird. I don't know what's wrong with me right now. I feel weird. Let's see. Speaking of visuals, another new introduction is the ability to toggle cosmetic visuals. So let you selectively hide other players' worn customizations and their animation customizations at your discretion. Not a fan of wings, hide them, or perhaps you prefer to see what other people are actually wearing, no problem. All these cosmetic toggles will be released in today's update. Later this year, we'll give you even more toggle options, including hiding other players, summoning familiar customizations. Visual update. Last for today, but definitely not least, our third release is a world update for Glinier, focusing on iconic free-to-play areas like Lumbridge, Draenor, Varrock, and beyond. These locations have been brought up to the visual standards we're establishing across the game, with even more updates planned later this year, and in what might be one of the weirdest patch notes we've ever written, we've also updated every normal oak and willow tree across the entire game, bringing them to a stronger, more consistent visual standard that better ties the world together. Dive right in, take a look. Red areas that we want to tackle. Blue areas that we have considerable work done. Wow, dude, they update the fuck out of this map. Areas have been fully updated. Wow. Huh. This is a massive update. I can't wait to see the OSRS one. If they're doing this much to RS3, fuck, I can't even imagine what they're doing to OSRS. As long as they don't ruin it. As long as they don't ruin OSRS. Hopefully not. Hopefully they don't ruin it. I wouldn't be surprised, though. Continuing along the road to restoration, we'll be rolling out further changes and updates throughout the year. Free rune metrics. The in-game rune metrics functionality will become completely free for all paid members later this spring. This is part of a wider effort to make tooling more accessible and generally useful. Furthermore, we are no longer offering the purchase of Rune Metrics Pro subs from today, and have wider plans to decommission the Rune Metrics Pro website feature entirely this year. Existing Pro subscribers will have additional time to download any data stored on the website. We will share more info about this in coming months. I don't know what Rune Metric Pro is. These updates mark the start of Road to Restoration and set the stage. A year of rebuilding and strengthening RuneScape's core experience. Combat update. Another combat update. Ugh. They better not do this to... dude, if they ruin OSRS again, I'm literally gonna die, bro. I'm literally gonna die. Ugh. Throat hurts. In February, we'll be launching Combat Modernization Update, taking the 3 original combat styles and bringing them into modern age. This update focuses on making combat more intuitive and easier to learn through experiential gameplay, with streamlined ability lists that are gradually introduced as you progress through the level. Alongside simpler yet deeper synergies between abilities, melee range, and magic have long suffered from dated designs and general inconsistencies, especially in the early game. This results in a confusing and contradictory experience, ultimately resulting in unnecessary friction during early game combat. Planned update takes learnings from previous combat updates, such as Necromancy in 2023's combat update, to modernize the styles and provide clean foundation. This will make the system easier to introduce new players to, without compromising the experience for endgame players. Below is an overarching change list. Let's see. Removal or rework of unnecessary bloated abilities. Removal of thresholds. Introduction of a basic attack. Redistributing ability unlocks by level. Removal of lesser abilities. Visual cleanup, animation reworks, VFX, and projectile updates. Normalizing ammo consumption. Tutorialization of abilities. Increasing attack strength, range, and magic to 120. Wait. I thought they already did that. I thought every skill in RS3 was 120. Dude, if they do that in OSRS, I'm gonna be so fucking pissed, bro. I'm gonna be actually, I won't be that upset. I'll be pretty annoyed, though. Especially if they make Slayer like a 120 level. That will fucking suck. Hopefully a lot of this stuff they keep out of OSRS. Removal of specific auras, solid food rebalance, default action bar changes, balance update, new beginnings. Continuing in February, our focus shifts to early game experience. First of many rebalancing updates. We'll be tackling unnecessary friction in those early levels by addressing the root issues like shrimp catch rates, pickpocket stun chances, drop tables, and much more. Our goal is for skilling to feel simple, rewarding, and engaging, encouraging players to progress naturally into the deeper systems these skills have to offer as they become more invested. We'll follow this with a similar update for the mid-game in summer, and an update focused on late game in autumn. Life after dailies. RuneScape shines when players log in because they want to, not because they feel they have to. Dailyscape is fundamentally at odds with what makes RuneScape feel like RuneScape. In this update, we'll be taking a holistic look at all Dailyscape systems, from shop stocks to Viswax to D&Ds and even more, and even, yes, those hourly wildly events. We want RuneScape to be a game you enjoy playing for what it is, when you feel like it, without a checklist of chores to complete. Aura overhaul. Auras create time and pressure and a feeling of complexity with extra things you feel like you should consider in your setup before you start the task at hand. That's why this spring we intend to fully remove all auras. No more aura refreshes. No more limited peak efficiency. Just a more enjoyable gameplay loop. Meanwhile, we will investigate if those benefits can be moved to be part of the core game experience. Improvements. The Grand Exchange will also get some love as we set out to address your most desired features and improvements. We're going to improve things like how items update their price, item buy limits, and more. As we kick off development on this, we want to hear from you and what changes and improvements you like to see at the GE. Social update, squad goals. Later this year, as part of the Road to Restoration, we'll be delivering a dedicated update focused on improving RuneScape's social system. While full design is still taking shape, our aim is to strengthen the overall social experience through improvements to areas like chat range, broadcast for collection log drops, and similar, and some clan-centric features that will make socializing in RuneScape feel more connected and impactful. I wonder why they've never done like a voice chat for RuneScape. See, for many years you've asked for plugins in RuneScape, similar to those old school. Plugins empower the community to create tools, features, and functionalities that enables unique experiences and give players greater control over how they interact with the game. Something you told us could help RuneScape truly thrive. As a result, we're investing in a dedicated new development team with a single mission: bring plugin support to RuneScape client before the end of 26. To do this, we're designing the very foundations of the system to empower talented community developers to do their best work. If you're one of these developers, visit Discord/RS. Visual update, noise control, and cleanup. As the years progress, we'll continue unifying the visual identity of Glinier. This means decluttering content that hasn't stood the test of 25 years, while steeply bringing the world up to cohesive, modern standard we've been building since 2020. That includes the player avatar refresh, which you can read more about below. Damn. They're updating the fuck out of this game this year. I'm sure they do a roadmap like this every year, but this is the first time. Just Slayer. All I've been doing is Slayer. I want to get 99 Slayer. I don't know why. I just got 85. But it's a grind. Slayer is so slow, dude. It's like every 2 or 3 days I get a level. It seems like it's so fucking slow. And it's just gonna get slower and slower as the higher you get. But yeah, that's my focus, is Slayer. I would like to get Sailing because I've heard it's like an easy 99, but I just don't want to put the time in. Making money off any loot. I haven't gotten any good drops, but there's a lot of monsters that drop good loot. And I can do Abyssal Demons now, so here soon I should get a whip drop whenever I get an Abyssal Demon task. So that'll be nice. That'll be nice. I think I might start playing a little bit on stream. Like, I think I think I'm gonna start like playing for an hour or two. On stream. Just, I don't know why. It just seems like could be interesting, you know? Do like first part of the stream news and stocks and stuff, and then second half of the stream is gaming, even though the only game I play is RuneScape. And I think it would, you know, add a little bit to the stream, I guess. I don't know how interesting, you know, me playing RuneScape would be for most people. Probably not interesting at all, but I just think it would add some, you know, just add something to the stream since we're not doing 7-hour streams anymore. What's GameStop at? It's not really pushing higher prices, but still up. Oh, I could have just asked you. I forget that you watched the stock all day. I'm just gonna start asking you instead of checking. It was just going up quite a bit there for a minute. Yeah, I said 21:10 close. Yeah, 20 minutes. Alright, Road to Restoration is just the beginning. First look at the core initiatives that'll give the fundamental RuneScape experience the care and attention it deserves. Roadmap will continue to evolve with your feedback and will be shaped by your voices, ideas, and what you think should come next. Haven Height. What's up, Elvis? What's up, Elvis? Get back to credit card bonus discussions. I don't think anyone's interested in credit. I mean, I probably would talk about credit cards more, but the reality is most of the people who watch this stream are foreign, so like it's kind of irrelevant for them. There's not very many Americans that watch this stream, I don't think. And, you know, the people who are American have been watching this stream for a while now, so I think they all know about the credit card bonuses. But yeah, there's not very many Americans that watch this stream. It's mostly foreign people. Let's see. Haven Height is RuneScape's biggest area expansion to date. It's a massive stretch of land to the east of Mortania, filled with villages, stories, peoples, adventures, and encounters, like a massive bloodthirsty hedgehog. We'll get back to you on that. Once the home to a First Age civilization, is a landmass that's packed with a lot of rich layered history. In the First Age, Haven Height was the home to Magical Nexus, the birthplace of Colossi, a long dormant gateway to... I don't want to read that. That's cool. They're adding a whole new area, kind of like Kourend. Probably, I mean, it doesn't seem like it's similar to Kourend, but it's cool that they're adding a new area, I guess. Highlight of the stream was someone commenting, "Are you American?" and disappearing. I think the highlight of the stream is the barking puppy. That is some interesting tinfoil. If you really think about it, that's tinny, bro. That's some tin. That's some tin right there. The barking puppy. Smashing the like button. Thank you, Elvis. Thank you. Hope you've been doing good, bro. Hope you had a good weekend. Let's see. Nothing strange happened here, probably. Oh, this is more Haven Height. I don't want to read about Haven Height. Hunter 110. The first part of Haven Height brings an extension to the Hunter skill, raising it to a level 110 with a new expansion. I thought all the skills on RS3 were 120. I guess that's only certain skills. Best Hunter XP in the game. Huh. Black Chin Champas, damn. They already have those in RS3 though, I thought. Skilling in Haven Heights, you'll encounter red ivy, a slower depleting tree perfect for relaxed wood cutting. Similar to the ivy update. It's just auto-clicking skill, basically. Player avatar. Player avatar refresh is a project we kicked off in 2021. Through lots of community consultancy and live streams, we worked to develop a remastered visual look for your player avatar that feels true to your character as you know it today. Construction to 120 and player-owned houses. Player-owned house has been part of RuneScape since 2006, almost 20 years. While the game has evolved significantly since then, the player-owned house has remained largely unchanged. This year, we want to change that and give the player-owned house the attention it deserves. This update, we want housing to feel connected to Glinier once more, offering a space that's personal, welcoming, and worth returning to, whether it belongs to you or a friend. You gain a whole new level of control over your home with expanded options to personalize and design. Construction, a skill increase to 120. Talked about, let's see. Brand new standalone quest. Successor of Gertrude's Cat. That's kind of cool. Leagues 2. I can't wait for the OSRS fucking roadmap. That's gonna be hype. That's gonna be hype, son. I can't wait for that. All right.
From Yelp.
What the heck? Where's the earnings call? Found it. Okay. So we got that. I'm actually going to go here so people don't know. It's on YouTube. Perfect. Perfect. Need GME to hit 23 by February 15th. Well, you probably need it to go higher than that if you actually want to profit on the option, but just saying. If on February 15th it goes to $23, you're still probably losing. That's why you don't trade options, because they're trash. And it's a losing game. Shares you can actually hold forever and actually profit on no matter what. Options. In a lot of cases, options can go in your favor and you can still lose. So, well, the stock can go in your favor and you can still lose on the options. So I don't know. I think options are stupid, but good luck. Should I do a farm stream? That'd be sick. That'd be sick. You ever watch Bomba Bass, Elvis? You should be doing something like that. Bomba Bass is sick. I have puts. I hope it goes down. That's nice. Even if it goes down, it doesn't mean you're going to profit. Especially if you're betting on earnings. But good luck. Good luck to you. I agree, but sometimes I'm a dumbass. I mean, I think, you know, trading's emotional a lot of the times, and it can put you in situations you don't actually want to put yourself in. Maybe. I don't know. But, yeah. Best to stay away from options. Definitely the best thing to do. Let the losing traders trade options. Be the change you want to see in the world and trade shares. Corey can join and milk the bowl. No. I wouldn't step anywhere near a bowl. I'm not Johnny Knoxville, bro. I'm not Johnny Knoxville. I ain't stepping nowhere near a bowl. Bowls are scary, bro. What the hell is going on my camera? There we go. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. What do I think about Netflix earnings? I don't think about Netflix earnings. I just stream it. I don't know if that's a very broad question. So I can't really answer that. Because I don't think about Netflix. I watch Netflix, but I don't think about it. Very broad question. I would surf on the bull. That bull would kill you. Sorry to say. Bulls are scary. Maybe not kill you, but it would probably injure you. I don't know. Bulls are terrifying, bro. Bulls are terrifying. Every 3 years, I need to lose 1K to realize options suck. Yes, they do. Hey. Double prizes. Welcome, bro. Thank you, bro. Thank you for the hookup. I appreciate it. You made my month last month. Double prizes, or yeah, last month. You made my month, so thank you. If it wasn't for double prizes, I probably would have made like $80 last month. I would have been screwed. So shout out to him. That guy's goated. That guy is goated. He's helping me. Helping me out. Too bad YouTube takes half of it, though. Dropping 50 for Corey's Munchie Fund. I am pretty hungry right now, but I haven't even smoked weed in like 3 days or some shit. I don't know. It's been a while. I'm just hungry, probably from all the lifting. I've been lifting a lot. And usually when I lift a lot, I want to eat all the time. Just kind of comes with the... Just comes with it, I suppose. Whoops. Excuse me. Hope everyone's having a good day, though. Make sure you hit that like button. Now you get a whole video. Hey, double prizes. Thank you, bro. Thank you, double prizes. I appreciate it, bro. You don't got to do that, but I really appreciate you. You got 3 minutes till the market closes. GameStop hit a high yet? Nope, not yet. Probably not going to. You got 3 minutes. You got 3 minutes. Pretty interesting close, though. Is the market still down like crazy? Yeah, market's still down quite a bit. What's your Netflix play? I think double prize is shorts. I think he's shorts. I don't know if he does bullish trades. I'm not sure though. Haven't talked to him much. Because last time he was shorting all the tech stocks, and I mean he crushed it. So I think he's a shorter, but I'm not sure. Maybe he'll tell you. Maybe he won't. Yeah, there's quite a bit of people here right now. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Much love to everyone here. Hope you're all doing good. I guess I should probably get Twitter ready for the earnings, huh? I don't know where it'll come out first, the website or Twitter. Pretty quiet chat for 50 people in here, though. Pretty quiet chat. I wonder what people's like expectations are. I should have did a poll. I didn't even think about it. Should we do a poll real quick? Will Netflix go up or down on earnings? Up, down. Let's see what everyone thinks. Let's see what everyone thinks. I should have did a flat option. AI off by a penny. Oh yeah, the market closed. No! No! We got ah, Moose beat me to it. Moose beat me to it. You suck. You suck.
1, 2, 3.
So close. So close. So far 75%, 80% think it's gonna go up. Interesting. Interesting. All right, let's see what we got here. I don't think that's a real post. Netflix. Netflix. Netflix and Warner Bros. Discover amend agreement to all cash transaction. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Wasn't December their month with the highest number of subs? I have no clue. I have no clue, actually. I think I heard something like that, though, but I honestly don't know. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Appreciate y'all being here. Hope everyone's having a good day. Hope y'all had a good weekend. I don't think the earnings are out yet. Potentially they're out. Says EPS 0.56 versus 0.55 forecast. Revenue 12.05 billion versus 11.97 billion forecast. That's on Twitter though, so I don't know. I don't know how real that is. They haven't posted anything on the website though. So potentially those are the numbers. Stock's down though. And the stock got, dude, that the 85% of the people thought the stock was gonna go up. That's crazy. That's crazy. AA Ron. What's up, AA Ron? Hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing good. Hope you had a good weekend. They haven't posted. Why aren't they posting the earnings on their website? I don't get where people are getting these earnings numbers if they're not. Maybe on the SEC website, maybe? You got the 8K, but that's not helpful. The 8K is not helpful. They should be posting it on their website. But for some reason, they're not. It's down 3.5%. Then someone said they were trading puts on that. So maybe they won. Congratulations. Congratulations to you if you were one of the 15% of people that shorted the stock. It's going down. Now the poll's rigged. Everyone's voting down now. You can't vote down after the earnings. That's not fair. That's not fair. What are you guys doing? You're supposed to place your votes before the earnings. I guess they're not gonna post it on their website. Oh wait, this? Here we go. Wait. What the hell? What is this? What the fuck is this? I've never seen a company post a fucking Excel sheet for their financials. That's different. That's different. What is this, amateur hour? I don't know, man. That was weird though. I've never seen that before. Still got quite a while till the earnings call starts. I guess I'll just read this for now. This is the 8K. So it says January 19th, 26, Netflix. Wholly owned subsidiary of Netflix, Warner Bros. A newly formed Delaware Corp, a wholly owned subsidiary of WBD, entered into amended restated agreement and plan of merger, which amends and restates its entirety of the agreement plan of merger, dated as of December 4th, 2025, by and among Netflix, merger sub, WBD, and Newco. Pursuant to the amended and restated merger agreement, Netflix and WBD have agreed to revise the structure of their previously announced transaction, provide that 27.75 per share merger consideration to be paid to Warner Brothers stockholders in the merger will be paid entirely in cash instead of combination of cash and shares of Netflix common stock. Okay. Consistent with and unchanged from the original merger agreement, Newco will merge with and into Warner Bros. WBD Holdco merger in accordance with Section 251. Agreement, plan of merger with WBD surviving as a wholly owned subsidiary of Newco and with the stockholders of WBD immediately prior to the effective time of the Holdco merger becoming the stockholders. I don't think this is for the earnings. Maybe it is. It's gotta be. It's 8K. But that's just talking about the merger, the financing of the merger. Okay, so that's just about the merger, I guess. I don't think that's about the earnings. Are they going to post their earnings on their website then? They got to, right? Oh, it's right here. I think. Letter to shareholders. Ah, here we go. Here we go. Make sure you guys hit that like button. There's 160 people here with 11 likes. That makes no sense. You guys need to run up that like button. We need 69 likes. Let's get 69 likes, chat. Damn, this thing's down 5%. Whew. That thing is clapping, son. I don't know what the option market was pricing in, but that's a pretty big downside move for Netflix. All right, fellow shareholders. In 2025, we met or exceeded all of our financial objectives. For the year, we delivered $45.2 billion of revenue, up 16% year over year, or 17% on an FX neutral basis. Operating margin of 29.5% plus 3 points. Ad revenue rose more than 2.5x to over $1.5 billion. In Q4, revenue increased 18% year over year, and we crossed the 325 million paid membership milestone during the quarter. Operating income rose 30% year over year. Engagement remains healthy in the second half of 2025. View hours increased 2% year over year, driven by a 9% rise in viewing of branded originals. In 2026, we're focused on improving our core business with an increasing variety and quality of series and films, enhancing our product experience, and further growing our ad business, building out newer initiatives like Live, with events including the World Baseball Classic in Japan, expanding into more content categories like video podcasts, and scaling our cloud-first game strategy. Damn, it's Cineverse, bro, Cineverse! I'm telling you, bro, Cineverse. The OGs know. The OGs know about Cineverse. I'm telling you, bro. All right, working close with our acquisition of Warner Bros. Sustaining healthy growth, we forecast 2026 revenue of $50.7 billion to $51.7 billion, plus 12 to 14% year over year, with ad revenue expected to roughly double and an operating margin of 31.5%. The entertainment business remains vibrant and intensely competitive, and we're optimistic about the future. Q4 revenue grew 18% year over year, driven primarily by membership growth, higher pricing, and increased ad revenue. Despite unfavorable Forex movements during the quarter, revenue was 1% above our guidance due to the stronger than forecasted membership growth and ad sales. Operating income in Q4 was $3 billion, up 30% year over year, and operating margin expanded 2 percentage points year over year to 25%, both slightly ahead of our forecast due primarily to the revenue upside. Diluted EPS amounted to 0.56 versus 0.43 in Q4 24, up 31% year over year, slightly above our forecast, adjusted for our stock split. Net income included $60 million of costs related to our recent Warner Bros. Related bridge loan and associated bridge reduction financing. With our strong Q4 results, we met or exceeded all of our full year 2025 financial objectives. We grew revenue 16% to $45 billion, and we increased our operating margin to 29.5% for the year, up from 26.7% in 2024. We also made great progress growing advertising revenue. In 2025, which was only our third year selling advertising, ad revenue grew by more than 2.5x versus 2024 to over $1.5 billion. As a reminder, the guidance we provide is our actual internal forecast at the time. We report and we strive for accuracy. Our primary financial metrics are revenue for growth and operating margin for profitability. Our goal is to sustain healthy revenue growth, expand operating profit and margin, and deliver growing free cash flow. For 2026, based on the Forex rates as of 1/1/26, we forecast revenue of $50.7 billion to $51.7 billion. This represents 12 to 14% year-over-year growth, driven by increases in membership and pricing, plus a projected rough doubling of ad revenue in 2026 versus 2027. We are targeting a 2026 operating margin of 31.5%, up from 29.5% in 2025, which includes approximately $275 million of acquisition-related expenses. Our margin forecast also reflects content amortization growth of 10% in 2026. With higher growth in the first half of the second half due to the timing of title launches, as a result, we expect higher operating income growth in the second half of 2026 than in the first half. We still see plenty of room to increase our margins, and our intent is to grow our operating margin each year. Although the magnitude of margin expansion will vary year to year as we balance reinvesting in our business with improving profitability. When does the... you still got a while till the earnings call. What are these people saying? Oh. Your butt hurt that the stock's going down? Welcome to the stock market. Maybe you shouldn't trade. Maybe you shouldn't be trying to trade and think you know how to make money in the stock market if you're going to complain when you lose. Just saying. Just saying. If you're going to complain when you lose, this game probably isn't made for you. It's probably not made for you. Doesn't matter how it did, it's future guidance, what caused the shot. Expecting weaker earnings, no one is going to buy expecting growth, that's why it's down. I mean, it could be down for a variety of reasons. I mean, the reality is your guys are in the stock market just because they have good earnings or whatever. Doesn't mean the stock is going to go up. If you think you are going to predict the stock market, good luck. Good luck. With over 325 paid memberships, we're now serving an audience approaching 1 billion people globally. Our aim is to delight and satisfy all of them by providing an amazing variety of series, films, and games so they stick around longer. Recommended Netflix to other acquisitions and place higher value on our service. Engagement remains one proxy to measure the health of the business, as detailed in our biannual engagement report. In the second half of 2025, our members watched 96 billion hours of Netflix. Holy shit, up 2%, versus a 1% increase in the first half of the year. This growth was driven by viewing of originals, which was up 9%. I mean, the stock's dropping because Stranger Things was trash. I mean, if you guys just want to make things up, maybe if Stranger Things wasn't dog shit, the stock would have gone up. maybe Stranger Things shouldn't have been trash. Returning series, the massive final season of Stranger Things, 120 million views. Nobody Wants This, S2, 31 million views. Selling Sunset, Season 9, 11 million views. Anime series Record of Ragnarok, Season 3, from Japan, 13 million. Culinary Class Wars, Season 2, from Korea, 10 million. And Emily in Paris, Season 5, 41 million. New shows from around the world. The Beast in Me from the US, 48 million. The Asset from Denmark, 24 million. Rulers of Fortune from Brazil, 23 million. Last Samurai Standing from Japan, 22 million. A strong lineup of documentaries being Eddie, 12 million. The Perfect Neighbor, 50 million. Sean Combs' The Reckoning, 54 million. And Babbo from Germany, 7 million. New stand-up specials, Dave Chappelle, The Unstoppable, 17 million. Kevin Hart, Acting My Age, 13 million. Leanne Morgan, Unspeakable Things, 5 million. Matt Rife, Unwrapped a Christmas Crowd Work Special, 8 million. Tom Segura, Teacher, 5 million. And Ricky Jarvis, Mortality, 7 million. A broad slate of films. Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein, 102 million. Wow. That's quite a bit. I don't know what that is, but that's quite a bit. Wake Up Dead Man, A Knives Out Mystery, 66 million. A House of Dynamite, 78 million. Jay Kelly, 21 million. Train Dreams, 20 million. Caramello, 54 million from Brazil. Troll 2, 47 million from Norway. Champagne Problems, 52 million. My Secret Santa, 51 million. And Merry Little Xmas, 40 million. I think that's interesting. Those Christmas shows did pretty well. Just because, this is Q4. It makes sense. It makes sense why some Christmas shows would be doing well. Our overall engagement growth in the second half of 2025, however, was partially offset by a year-over-year decline in viewing of non-branded view hours. This decrease primarily reflected a lower volume of licensed second-run content across most regions, following an unelevated period of licensing during 2023 and 24 as a result of the WGA strike, which temporarily shut down new production. Our goal is to continue grow engagement, and we'll do this first and foremost by improving our core series and film offering, including both originals and second-run titles. Highlights of our broad 2026 slate of originals includes Bridgerton Season 4, One Piece Season 2, Night of Agents Season 3, Beef Season 2, 100 Years of Solitude Season 2, Avatar The Last Airbender Season 2, series finale of Outer Banks Season 5, The Hunting Wives Season 2, Berlin Season 2, The Gentleman Season 2, Three Body Problem Season 2, The Diplomat Season 4, North of North Season 2, Nobody Wants This Season 3, Lupin Part 4, Running Point Season 2, and Virgin River Season 7. Exciting new scripted series includes Something Very Bad Is Going to Happen Here, and The Burrows from the Duffer Brothers, Pride and Prejudice, Man on Fire, Can This Love Be Translated, Little House on the Prairie, Human Vapor, East of Eden starring Florence Pugh, Operation Saved Cigar, Will Ferrell's Untitled Golf Series. Well, that sounds interesting. Detective Hole, The Altruists, a limited series about Sam Bankman-Fried. Oh, I bet that'll be sick. I bet that'll be good. Radioactive Emergency, and Courtney A. Kemp's Nemesis. Damn, I want to watch The Altruists. I bet that's interesting. Unscripted shows: America's Sweethearts, Dallas Cowboy Cheerleader Season 3, Love is Blind Season 10 series finale of Queer Eye, Age of Attraction, The Golden Ticket, and Let's Marry Harry. An expansive lineup of films during the year includes People We Meet on Vacation, The Rip, starring Ben Affleck and Matt Damon, Peaky Fucking Blinders, The Immortal Man starring Cillian Murphy, The Peaky Fucking Blinders. Stranger Things was trash. That's funny. Everyone's just annoyed there was no secret episode of Stranger Things. They should have just made the final season good. They didn't need a secret episode. They just needed a better final season. Damn, still down like 5%. Getting clapped. Greta Gerwig's Narnia, Apex, starring Charlize Theron, animated feature Steps, The Swedish Connection, 72 Hours with Kevin Hart, the Denzel Washington Robert Pattinson heist, Caper, Here Comes the Flood, rom-com Office Romance, starring Jennifer Lopez and Brett Goldstein, Quasimodo, and Enola Holmes 3. In 2026, we'll also expand our offering of licensed titles. Starting this month, members will be able to enjoy new release live-action films from our new U.S. licensing partnership with Universal. This deal complements our existing licensing deal for animated films from Universal's animation studios, Illumination and DreamWorks Animation. We've also licensed 20 shows from Paramount, including Matlock and King of Queens for international territories and SEAL Team, Watson and Mayor of Kingstown for U.S. and international territories. Additionally, we recently announced we expanded our Pay One film pact with Sony Pictures Entertainment from a U.S. to global deal. This partnership marks the first time that a distribution service will premiere theatrical films in the Pay One window simultaneously on a global basis, with Netflix's footprint expanding each year as Sony regional deals expire, with full globe availability in early 2029. We continue to broaden our entertainment offering, finding success with Fresh Voices in H2. Miss Rochelle Season 1 was our 9th most watched show with 47 million views globally, while Mark Rober's Crunch Labs had 12 million views. This year we'll work with a broader set of creators and introduce new programming formats like video podcasts. We've already begun to launch video podcasts from our partnerships with Spotify, The Ringer, iHeartMedia, and Barstool Sports, and have just announced 2 new original podcasts with comedian Pete Davidson and NFL legend Michael Irvin. I'm telling you, bro, if GameStop buys Cineverse, that would be crazy. All right, we're also making progress bringing more and better games to our members across all devices. This quarter, we launched the next phase of our games evolution with our cloud-delivered TV-based party games, including Boggle, Pictionary, Lego Party, and Tetris, to roughly 1/3 of our members. Early results are encouraging, and we'll be expanding our cloud games lineup in 2026, with titles like our recently announced newly reimagined FIFA football simulation. I completely forgot Netflix has games. Oh man, doesn't it just... I don't know if there's any OGs right here right now, but man, that Cineverse could be an interesting acquisition, just saying. As we seek to better satisfy members and increase the value of each hour of engagement, we recognize that not all viewing is created equal. Some titles spark a level of passion and fandom that delivers outsized impact for both our members and our business, and fandom is a powerful engine for our business. When members form a deep connection with a title, whether it's Stranger Things or K-pop Demon Hunters or Bridgerton, they don't just watch, they engage, share, and become passionate advocates. This passion translates into greater member satisfaction, higher retention, and increased word of mouth and acquisition, fueling both audience growth and brand loyalty. Fandom also drives new ways for audiences to engage with the stories they love, as seen with K-pop Demon Hunters. Not only the success of the sing-along in theaters, but also a cultural phenomena with hit music and fast-selling themed merchandise. Brother. Other examples of this connection are our editorial site for fans, Toodum, which reached a record 23.4 million visits in December and 232 million total visits in 2025, up 18% from the prior year. And our recently opened Nflx houses in Dallas, Texas, and King of Prussia, PA, which have been attracting fans from in and out of state. By nurturing these deep bonds between members and the stories they love, we believe we unlock greater value for both our audience and our business. Oh yeah, the Nflx house is interesting. The Nflx house is really interesting. 20 minutes? 16 minutes now. 16 minutes now. Sorry, I'm not even reading the chat, so if you guys have... it just seems like there's a... I don't know. That if you guys have something interesting to say in the chat, just at me, because I'm not really reading the chat. But thank you guys for being here. The earnings call will start soon. Live programming is another example of where any given hour of entertainment has the potential to deliver outsized value. While accounting a small proportion of our total view hours, big live events like Anthony Joshua's 6-round knockout of Jake Paul, 33 million average minute audience live +1, and NFL Christmas Day drive disproportionate excitement and signups. This year, we're excited to deliver our first local live event outside the US, the World Baseball Classic in Japan. Netflix will stream all 47 games of the 2026 WBC live and on demand for viewers in Japan, where the event is hugely popular. That's news to me. I didn't even know Japan played baseball. Crazy. We're also expanding and strengthening our live slate with our new show, Star Search, with live fan voting, Skyscraper Live, and 3 Major League Baseball events, including an exclusive opening night game and the Home Run Derby. Oh, that's sick. Product plus innovation. In 2025, we rolled out our redesigned TV experience to provide our members with an even better discovery experience. In addition, our new TV UI capabilities allow us to more seamlessly integrate our expanding entertainment offering, supporting our launch of video podcasts, TF1 programming in France, and a growing slate of live events and games. In 2026, we'll continue to innovate on product features, including interactive experiences such as live voting and moments, convenient and seamless connectivity to play games on TV using your phone as a controller, real-time personalized recommendations that respond to your moods and interests in the moment, and new discovery and viewing experiences including thematic title collections like our holiday collection in the graphic below, and vertical video experiences on mobile. Oh wow, Netflix is adding the vertical video thing too. Interesting. Well, you can be banned now. You can be banned from my stream now. My bad that I didn't know they played fucking baseball in Japan. How would I know that? I'm not a baseball fan. I've never been to Japan. How the fuck would I know that? Like, you're an idiot. You're an idiot for calling me an idiot. I don't even watch baseball. Like, who watches baseball, honestly? It's the most boring sport I've ever watched in my life. We continue to harness AI to enhance the experience for our members, and we're expanding these capabilities to support our creative teams and advertisers. In 2025, we began testing new AI tools to help advertisers create custom ads based on Netflix's intellectual property, and we plan to build on this progress in 2026. Crazy. There's some fucking weirdos in this chat right now, bro. There's some fucking weirdos, bro. We also introduced automated workflows for ad concepts and used advanced AI models to streamline campaign planning, significantly speeding up these processes. And content production and promotion, we're using AI to improve subtitle localization, making it easier for our titles to reach more viewers around the world. Additionally, we're implementing AI-driven tools to help with merchandising, which improves our ability to connect members with the most relevant titles for them to watch. We got like 12 minutes for the earnings call. Competition. We have long stated that we compete against all activities people engage with during their leisure time, including but not limited to other streaming services, linear television, social media, open content platforms, video gaming, and concerts, just to name a few. As a result, the entertainment business has always been and remains fiercely competitive with strong players like the US media conglomerates, large technology companies, and local broadcasters and media companies outside the US. At the same time, TV consumption patterns are constantly evolving, and competitive lines are increasingly blurring. A number of services place content on both their linear channels and streaming services at the same time. For example, the Golden Globes were available simultaneously on CBS and Paramount Plus, while last year's Super Bowl was simulcast on Fox and Tubi. YouTube has been leaning into the TV over the last several years by adding live professional sports, and starting in 2029 will be the global home to the Oscars. Amazon owns a vast library of series and films through its acquisition of MGM Studios, and is investing more into sports with Thursday Night Football and a full slate of NBA games. And Instagram is bringing Reels to TVs with a new app. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. We relish competition and work to earn more consumers' attention. Despite our success over the years, our share of TV time remains below 10% in the major markets in which we operate. For example, according to Nielsen, in December, our share of US TV time reached an all-time high of 9%, plus 0.5 points year over year. Yet linear TV still comprises over 40% of the US TV screen time. Interesting. Interesting. I love these earnings. Even though, I would never invest in Netflix, I still like learning about these businesses. It's a good time. When you stop focusing on a stupid chart on a screen and you actually read about the business and you learn, it's fun, You don't have to just sit and be a gambling degenerate and try to YOLO options. You could actually learn something. It's fun. Learning's pretty cool. Cash flow and capital structure. Net cash generated from operating activities in Q4 was $2.1 billion versus $1.5 billion. In the prior year period, free cash flow in Q4 25 totaled $1.9 billion versus $1.4 billion in Q4 24. For full year 2025, we produced $10.1 billion of net cash generated from operating activities and $9.5 billion of free cash flow, up from $7.4 billion and $6.9 billion, respectively, in 2024. Free cash flow was higher than our forecast of $9 billion as the timing of an unexpected deposit of $700 million related to our ongoing dispute with the Brazilian tax authorities shifted from 2025 to 2026. For 2026, assuming no material swings in Forex, we expected to generate free cash flow of roughly $11 billion, which assumes a cash content spend to content amortization ratio of 1.1x. Gamestop? What do we got? Oh, wow. What's going on? Is there news? You guys see news? What's the news? No news release. Nothing on SEC filing. That is a big pop, though, huh? That is a big pop. I don't see it. There's nothing on Twitter. What the hell, dude? The tweets won't load. Something's going on there. They moved their Bitcoin to Coinbase Prime. That's fake news, bud. That's fake news. You need to learn to differentiate fake news from real news. If you think that's fake news, that's actually insane. Did someone added Ryan, or Greg might have added Ryan Cohen maybe? But I don't, I have Greg blocked. So I don't know what's going on there. 13D. I just looked at the SEC filing. Oh, there it is. You're right. It just took a second. Let's see. Oh, shit. What do we got? Did Ryan buy more? I think Ryan Cohen increased his position. Let's see. Yeah, he added. I don't know how much he added. Let's see. Open Insider. They don't have it on Open Insider yet. I don't know how much he added. Where'd that go? Let's see. He's Form 4. Oh, wait, that's the wrong thing. $41,082, so 41,082,626. minus Netflix earnings call starts in like 5 minutes. We'll still cover that. It's just GameStop's more important than Netflix. 41,582,626. He added 500,000 shares. Sick. Let's go, chat. Let's go, chat. Let's go, chat. You love to see it. You love to see it, chat. Let's go. Let's go, chat. Let's go, chat. That's fire, chat. So he was the one buying today. He was the one buying at 2080 this whole time. Makes sense. Makes sense. What the hell happened to my Netflix? Or where did my Netflix thing go? Oh, there it is. Okay. I mean, the earnings call starts in a bit anyway. Wish I could add 500k shares. How much is that? That's quite a 500,000 times 20.8. 10 million. Fire. Fire, son. Let's go, chat. Let's go, chat. Let's go, chat. Ah, feels good to be a GameStop investor, doesn't it? Ah, isn't it beautiful, bro? The market's just fucking bleeding. And we're over here just big winners. Just doing big winner things, you know? Just living our big winner lives. Ah, it feels good, chat. Feels good. Feels good to be a big winner. This is why you invest in companies that actually have value. Not just speculation. Feels good, chat. Feels good. You know, it's funny. I'm not even going to take any profits this time. That's crazy, huh? That's crazy. I'm not even going to take any profits for a trade. That's how bullish I am. I'm not even going to take any profits. I should. You know, I definitely should. It's definitely a good idea. But I'm just going to sit back and just enjoy being a GameStop investor, you know? Just sit back and enjoy. Feels good. Feels good, chat. How is GME more important than Netflix? Because I have 10,000 shares of GameStop and I have 0 shares of Netflix. So, might be a reason why. GameStop is up 4% and Netflix is down 5%. So, I don't know. While the market had one of the worst red days ever. Well, probably not one of the worst red days ever, but a pretty big red day in the market, and I'm up 4% today, while you guys are all getting clapped. I mean, I'm just saying. Oh shit, I think the earnings call is starting here in a minute. He bought 500k shares at 21.11. Ah, okay, that makes sense. We'll look more into it after the earnings call. We'll give these Netflix people what they want. His low was 2080, which you keep pointing out. Yes, sir. I know my shit, bro. I know my shit, bro. And people like to pretend I don't know my shit, but I know my shit. I've been in this game for years. It made me an animal. There's rules to this shit. I wrote me a manual. Netflix on weekly chart compared to GME. Say that in 5 years. Say that in 5 years, buddy. We'll see where we're at. We'll see who's winning. I've been in this game for years. It's made me an animal. There's rules to this shit. I wrote me a manual. A step-by-step booklet for you to get your game on track, not your wig pushed back. Rule number uno. Never let no one know how much dough you hold, 'cause you know the cheddar breed jealousy, especially when that man fucked up. Get your ass stuck up. Ah, yeah, bring on the GameStop hate. Bring on the GameStop hate. Yep, I love it. I love it. You know, when in 5 years when I'm a multi-millionaire and you guys are all still broke, you know, I'll be the one laughing. I'll be the one laughing. So, you know, keep on bringing the GameStop hate. Keep on bringing it. Keep on bringing it. I'm confident in my investment. You guys aren't confident in your guys' investments. I know. I've been in this game for a long time. You guys are all just gambling degenerates. So, you think I really care about your opinions? You guys don't know shit about business. You guys don't know shit about business, buddy. So, keep bringing the hate. The hate just makes me more bullish. The hate just keeps the hate, bro. Whew, the hate fuels me, bro. You guys are just putting more fuel in the gas tank. More fuel in the tank. Wait, so no hate here, just curious. What's the thesis? That it turns into a
Good afternoon and welcome to the Netflix Q4
here's Netflix.
2025
We'll
earnings
talk about it
interview.
later.
I'm Spencer Wong, VP of Finance and Capital Markets. Joining me today are co-CEOs Ted Sarandos and Greg Peters and CFO Spence Newman. As a reminder, we'll be making forward-looking statements and actual results may vary. We'll now take questions submitted by the analyst community, and we'll begin first with questions about our results and forecast. The first question comes from Robert Fishman of MoffettNathanson, who asked, the Wall Street Journal report last year discussed an internal memo with long-term goals to double revenue and triple profits. Without commenting on those specific targets, about 9 months later, is there anything you have seen in the core business to reevaluate the speed of growth over the next few years? And can you clarify if those targets included any M&A?
Sure. We find it useful to talk internally about our long-term aspirations, which, as we said at the time that this was reported last year, aren't the same as a forecast. But having said that, those goals were based on organic progress. They did not contemplate or assume any M&A because we didn't have any M&A on sort of our horizon at the time. And over the last 9 months, we've seen continued growth. We are now forecasting more healthy growth for the year to come, specifically organic growth. Of course, there's a lot of hard work ahead to fully realize those opportunities, both short-term and long-term. But based on the progress that we've made so far and expect to make and our continuing assessment of the opportunity, we still feel good about those targets. Putting maybe a little bit more meat on that bone, in 2025, we met or exceeded all of our financial objectives. We made solid progress on our key priorities. We delivered 16% revenue growth, roughly 30% operating profit growth, expanding margins, growing free cash flow. Ad sales, 2.5 times in 2025. We expect that business to roughly double again in 2026 to about $3 billion. So we're making good progress, and the opportunity ahead of us is massive. We are still under 10% of TV time in all major markets which we compete. We've got hundreds of millions of households around the world still to sign up. We're just about 7% of the addressable market in terms of consumer and ad spend. So tons of room ahead of us. Ted, anything you want to add there?
I would just say, looking ahead to 26, we're focused on improving the core business. And we do that by increasing the variety and quality of our series and films. We do that by enhancing the product experience and by growing and strengthening our ad business. We're also building out some newer initiatives, like our live outside of the US, things like the World Baseball Classic in Japan that's launching in March. We're expanding into more content categories like video podcast, which just kicked us off this week. And we're continuing to scale our cloud-first game strategy. We're working really hard to close the acquisition of Warner Brothers Studios and HBO, which we see as a strategic accelerant. And we're doing all this while we're driving and sustaining healthy growth. We forecast 2026 revenue at $51 billion, which is up 14% year on year. It's an exciting time. This is an exciting time in the business. Lots of innovation, lots of competition. But that's also been true of us for 25 years. At Netflix, we kind of embrace change and thrive on competition because it pushes us to keep improving the service even faster and faster for our members. Years ago, when we moved from DVD by mail into streaming, we were in a heated battle with Walmart for that DVD business. So we're no strangers to competition, and we're no strangers to change. Through that change in competition, we've grown into an entertainment company that is thrilling an audience that is now approaching near 1 billion people and producing series and films around the world with hits that resonate with audiences locally and globally.
Thank you, Ted.
So, and just to circle back to Greg's point real quick, we're very excited about the business. We're very excited about the organic opportunity ahead. You see that in our performance, and we're as energized as ever to achieve our mission to entertain the world.
Thanks, Ted. Our next question is about our outlook. It comes from Steve Cahall of Wells Fargo. The content amortization growth forecast of 10% in your earnings letter implies a bit of an acceleration from 2025. Can you provide some context as to where you're pushing for the most incremental investment?
Peace out, Jared. Have a
e.g.
good one, bro.
events, reality series, films, licensed content, etc.
Yeah, look, I think our the cadence of our releasing is really strong. We have a really strong push out in the first half of this year already, with some great hits right out of the gate. So, you want to talk to that a bit, Spence?
Yeah, I mean, I would say just generally we've got a strong lineup throughout the year, but yeah, Steve, as you noted, in 2025 our slate was heavily back half weighted, and we expect more typical seasonality this year. So still a bit heavier in the back half of 26 than the front half of 26. In particular, Q4, the fourth quarter is always generally the most packed for us in any given year, but overall a smoother slate and smoother slate timing this year relative to 25. So as a result, you should see higher year-over-year content expense growth in the first half of 26, growing off of that smaller base that we had in the first half of last year. But for the full year, we're estimating, I think you see in our letter, content amortization to increase roughly 10% year over year. Our content cash to expense ratio should hold pretty steady at about the 1.1x ratio that we've been managing to the last few years. So it's no change in our approach. We aim to grow content spend slower than revenue so that it contributes to our margin expansion while strengthening, expanding that entertainment offering, as you heard from Greg and Ted, across not just our core film and series, but it kind of expanding into more content formats.
Yeah, let me tell you what that weighting looks like to the members too, what you just talked about, Spence. But in the first half of this year, we said we'd come out of the gate with some great hits. People We Meet on Vacation, The Rip, His and Hers. A New Year's Eve release of Stranger Things finale is still crushing. We've got Bridgerton season 4 that's coming up later this month and next month. So you see that we're really excited about the 26 slate, both H1 and H2. We've already mentioned the Bridgerton return, but we also have a return of One Piece season 2, third season of The Night Agent, second season of Beef, The 100 Years of Solitude from Colombia back for a second season. We've got Avatar: Last Airbender. We've got Emmy, Golden Globe, and SAG Actor nomination for Diplomat season 4 back again for a new season. Tires season 3, and the series finale of Outer Banks. That's like the returning stuff. For new things, we're really excited about Something Very Bad and The Burrows, both new series from the Duffer Brothers following up Stranger Things. Pride and Prejudice from the UK, Man on Fire, Can This Love Be Translated, just launched from Korea. It looks like it's going to be another really nice hit for K-drama lovers. I mentioned some of our early films, but we've got People We Meet on Vacation and The Rip with Ben Affleck and Matt Damon. That's already off to a great start. Still looking forward to Peaky Blinders, Immortal Man, from Cillian Murphy.
The Peaky fucking Blinders!
Charlize Theron. We've got Denzel Washington and Robert Pattinson in a great heist caper, Here Comes the Flood. And we've got a bunch of surprises upcoming too for 26. So
Thanks, Ted. Thanks, Spence. That's a good segue into our next question on the outlook from John Blackledge of TD Cowen. For your 2026 guidance, can you walk through the key drivers of the top line revenue range, which was above consensus at the midpoint. And for the operating margin guidance of 31.5%, can you talk about the puts and takes to that guidance, and any other color would be great.
Yeah, sure, John. I'll take this one. So we've got strong growth outlook. As you heard from Craig and Ted, we feel great about organic growth outlook. I hope you see that on our top and bottom line guide. So on the revenue side for 2026, key drivers are similar to 25. So it's membership growth, it's pricing, and it's a rough doubling of our ad revenue in 2026 to about $3 billion. So a bit more relative contribution from ads as we're scaling that business. And so we feel great about that, and we feel great about our operating profit growth and margin growth too. We're targeting 31.5% operating margins for 2026. That's up 2 points. So no change to our approach there. We set margin targets. So when you think about the puts and takes, we're always balancing the investment into our core business to drive sustained revenue growth with spend discipline. And we aim to grow our margins each year. That rate of that year-over-year growth, it bounces around a bit based on investment opportunities and other considerations in a given year. If you look back over the last handful of years, we've expanded our operating margins about 2 percentage points annually on average. This guide at 2 percentage points, that actually includes about a 0.5 percentage point drag from the expected M&A expenses that we referenced in the letter. So if you exclude that, we're guiding to about 2.5 points of margin expansion. So very much in line with what we've been delivering. And this year in particular, again, getting back to the puts and takes, we're seeing a number of attractive investment opportunities to strengthen and expand our entertainment offering and our product and commerce capabilities. So we are increasing our expense growth a bit this year, a bit higher pace of growth relative to last year to invest into those opportunities, all while continuing to expand our margins and deliver strong dollar and dollar profit growth. And I don't know, maybe Greg, Ted, I don't know if you want to talk a little bit more about our focused areas of investment.
Let me jump in on the content. I'll tell you a couple of things that we're excited about, and this, we're investing into them because our members are showing a lot of excitement for them. So we've got some new license deals in place with Sony that includes the first of its kind global pay one movie deal. We've expanded our Universal licensing deal for the that already included some very successful animation films to include live action films. We have a new slate of licensed titles from Paramount, which is going to bring a lot of new series and television shows that Netflix has never had around the world. Very exciting. In the live area, we've now executed more than 200 live events, and we're expanding to do more now outside of the U.S., including World Baseball Classic in Japan. I mentioned that in March. And this Friday, we have Skyscraper Live, which is going to be an edge of your seat TV experience for sure. So more to come there. And we just kicked off podcasts this quarter, which has been exciting. We've launched new ones from Spotify and The Ringer, iHeartMedia, Barstool. We have a lot more to come, and some new originals. So these are all areas that have shown great promise. Members love them, and we're excited to broaden the investment to include them. Greg, you want to jump in there too?
Yeah, I'd say on top of content, we got a number of other areas that we expect will drive meaningful growth and returns. On the tech and dev side, we're continuing to build out that ad tech stack. We're evolving our mobile UI. We're adding 2 more live operation centers in 26. One is going to be in UK and one in Asia to support the growth of our live efforts outside the US. And ads beyond the tech side, we continue to invest in more sales, more go-to-market capabilities. That's a direct driver of advertising growth. On games, we are going to continue to invest in the cloud-first gaming strategy that we've added. That this makes TV games more accessible by rolling out cloud games to more customers in more countries. And if you take all of that, sort of stepping back within the margin expansion model that Spence described, which keeps us disciplined on returning to shareholders as we invest in new growth, we also think about investing across our portfolio based on demonstrated capability to translate those investments into value for members and returns for the business. We've got a solid track record of doing that in our core content categories, so we're going to continue to grow there. We're also increasingly confident about our ability to do that in ads and live, where the 200 live events that Ted mentioned, indicates that we should ramp and grow in those areas. And then for our other initiatives, those represent a small fraction of our overall investment. And we always remain very disciplined and measured in increasing those investments based on demonstrating that we can deliver member value, we can translate that investment into member value and move the business forward.
Make sure you guys hit
Thanks,
the
Greg.
like
Thanks,
button.
Ted. Thanks, Spence, for that
Hit that
fulsome,
like button,
response.
chat.
I'll move us along now to a few questions around engagement. The first comes from Rich Greenfield of Lightshed Partners. At this stage of Netflix's maturity, how directly tied is engagement to churn and pricing power as you've started talking more openly about how all hours of engagement are not the same?
So viewing hours, that's a really important factor in assessing the value that we deliver to customers. And value delivered is what drives the outcomes that you mentioned, Rich, and really it drives most outcomes that we care about. But it's just one of many metrics that we look at, and we continue to develop an increasing understanding of how to measure that value delivered. So maybe start by just noting that total view hours in the second half of 25 grew 2% year on year. That's 1.5 billion additional hours. Slight acceleration from the 1% growth we saw in the first half of 25. But even with that number, there's some nuance underneath that. So viewing of our branded originals was actually up 9% year over year in the second half versus 7% in the first half. That represents roughly half of our overall viewing. But viewing on the second run titles was lower year over year because the volume of licensed titles that we're carrying came down across most regions. And that's due largely to the fact that we stepped up our licensing in 23 and 24 during the strikes, which had shut down new productions. So that's balancing out that volume right now. But beyond view hours then, as you stated, all hours of engagement are not the same. And we really care about the quality of that engagement. For example, we said in the letter, live programming is an example where, any given hour of entertainment has the potential to deliver outsized value. That's certainly also the case when you have a huge fan of a particular series or a movie. And we, as viewers, we feel this intuitively, right? We feel that excitement, that difference, that value when we watch something that we've been anticipating and we just can't wait to watch. And as a business, we've become increasingly sophisticated, evolving our measures of that quality of engagement that we are delivering. It's very hard to do this, but we're getting better and better at it. And our primary quality metric, we achieved in 25 an all-time high for the service. We set a high goal for that metric, and Bella and our content team stepped up and achieved that goal. That means that we deliver more entertainment value for our members, and that shows up in core metrics like acquisition, like retention. And retention's among the best in the industry, and we just completed a quarter where churn improved year on year. Customer satisfaction is at an all-time high. We also saw strong member growth. So we really, manage more and more towards that complete understanding of value delivered because it's really what translates best and directly to revenue growth, and it better captures the overall health of our business.
Yeah, I would just add, Greg, if you don't mind, of course we look at the view hours, Rich, but we also look at a myriad of other signals to assess how our members are engaging and how important do they value that engagement. So, members have different value for different types of programming. In the letter, we talked about the fandom for K-pop and for Stranger Things Season 5, and how fandom is such a powerful engine for our business because it creates advocates for Netflix, valuable even beyond the 10 hours spent watching Stranger Things or the hour 39 spent watching K-pop Demon Hunters. So we're really super confident we're going to continue to grow engagement, but more importantly, the value of that engagement as well, because that's what allows us to sustain healthy revenue growth in the long term.
Thanks, Ted. Our next question on engagement comes from Ben Swinburne of Morgan Stanley. The engagement report gives us a sense of aggregate engagement across all titles and all members. Arguably, it's an overly simplified lens with which to view the health of the business, but one that suggests to some that the WB acquisition reflects a need for Warner and HBO's IP to address stagnant engagement levels on Netflix today. Why is that the wrong conclusion, and how do you see the underlying engagement trends in the business? Very succinct bear case from Ben Swinburne. Over to Ted or Greg.
Yeah, so I'll take this one. So yeah, you're right, Ben. And as we sort of got to a little bit in the previous answer, total view hours by itself, it's an overly simplified view into engagement and engagement trends. And why is that? It's because view hours is basically a very broad metric. It's influenced by a lot of things. It's, you've got plan mix, tenure mix, geography, culture differences are a big factor. Just as one example, take consumers in Japan, they watch roughly a half to 2/3 the amount of TV as American consumers. So as you have more member growth in places like Japan, and there are a lot of places like that, and frankly, where we have more, upside and more potential growth over the years to come, that skews the view hours per member. So we look at engagement at a portfolio level. View hours is one element of that, but we also look to those quality metrics that we were talking about. And as we said, we see improving quality translates into core metrics like better retention. And, just to reiterate, our retention's among the best in the industry. Customer sat at an all-time high. And those are more complete, or maybe better said, those are outcome measures that we really, really focus on. So we have multiple tools to keep improving those measures and the value that we deliver. More and better production, back to pushing on the quality scores and how do we improve that. More licensing, more partnerships with local creative communities, with local broadcasters around the world. That improves local content market fit. We're very optimistic about our organic growth prospects. And as you see from our forecast, as well as maybe the aspirational goals that were referenced before, which don't include any M&A, we see huge opportunity to keep improving things there. But we also see Warner Brothers with 100 years of IP, an incredible library, great new shows and films. That's an accelerant to our strategy, and it's another mechanism to improve our offering for our members. So our job is to identify the best opportunities to improve that offering, both organic and through selected M&A, and always remain flexible and disciplined in pursuing those opportunities.
Thank you, Greg. Since Ben brought up Warner Brothers, I'll shift us to a few questions on the Warner Brothers acquisition. First, from Mike Morris of Guggenheim. Does your planned acquisition of WB impact your approach to pricing the near to intermediate term? Would you consider raising the price of the service during the regulatory review process?
There is no impact or change to our approach and how we're running the business in that regard.
Great. Next one comes from Rich Greenfield of Lightshed Partners. What surprised you most from the Warner Brothers due diligence? Greg, you in particular sounded less enthusiastic about major M&A back at the Bloomberg Screen Time conference in October. As you went through the due diligence process, what got you more excited about the acquisition?
Hey, Greg, can I interrupt you for 1 second here?
Please,
Before you
go
jump in,
ahead.
I just want to make it clear that it was our default position going in that we were not buyers. We went into this with our eyes open and our minds open. And when we got into it, we both got very excited about this amazing opportunity. So, Greg, you could share what was exciting for us there.
That's right. And thanks, Rich, for bringing this up again. You got one more time. But to Ted's point, when we got under the hood, there were several things we saw that was just really exciting. And we saw were exciting additions to our current business. Take first the film studio. We already know that existing film output deals that the theatrical model is an effective complement to the streaming model. So we've seen that before. And to be super clear on this point, we have often in our Netflix history debated building that theatrical business, but we were busy investing in other areas and it never made our priority cut. But now with Warner Brothers, they bring a mature, well-run theatrical business with amazing films, and we're super excited about that addition. Then you've got the television studio. It's also a healthy business. It also complements our own, expands our production capability. You got great producers, great developers, and we intend to continue to produce shows for third parties and being a leading supplier to the industry. And then you get to the streaming side of things. You've got HBO. It is an amazing brand. It says prestige TV better than almost anything. Customers know it. They love it. They know what it means. When you have programming from HBO, you know what an HBO show means. It's also very complementary to our existing service and business. So owning HBO will allow us to further evolve our plan structure, allows us to deliver more series, more film, more value to consumers, and will leverage our global footprint and our streaming expertise to make that an even better service for consumers. So big picture, we just saw tremendous opportunity, very achievable opportunity as well in bringing these two businesses together.
if it's okay to pile on a little bit, I'll just pile on to the two of you. So, I just, maybe I'm the numbers guy. So to put some numbers against it, Rich, also, key from our perspective is that when you look at this combined company, or when we look at the combined company on a pro forma basis, so pro forma post-close, we estimate that roughly 85% of the revenues in that pro forma post-close business, that roughly 85% is from the core business we're in today. That's why we view this deal as primarily an accelerator to our core strategy. With this added benefit, a big added benefit of a complementary, scaled, world-class TV and film studio that we're excited to run and continue to build.
Thanks, Spence. Rich Greenfield also has a follow-up question on the transaction. What gives you the confidence the deal will get approved during the regulatory process? Ted, do you want to take that one?
Yeah, thanks, Rich.
Hit that like
we've already
button.
made progress towards securing the necessary regulatory approvals. We submitted our HSR filing. We're working closely with WBD and the regulatory authorities, including the U.S. Department of Justice and the European Commissions. We're confident we're going to be able to secure all the approvals because this deal is pro-consumer, it is pro-innovation, it's pro-worker, it is pro-creator, and it is pro-growth. Warner Brothers, we just said earlier, it's got 3 core businesses that we don't currently have. So we're going to need those teams. These folks have extensive experience and expertise. We want them to stay on and run those businesses. So we're expanding content creation, not collapsing it. In this transaction, this is going to allow us to significantly expand our production capacity in the US and to keep investing in original content over the long term, which means more opportunities for creative talent and more jobs. This is really a vertical deal for us. It allows us to gain access to 100 years of Warner Brothers' deep content and IP for development and distribution in more effective ways that will benefit consumers and the industry as a whole. HBO, as Greg just mentioned, is a very complementary service to ours, and the TV market is extremely dynamic and very competitive. So the TV landscape, in fact, has never been more competitive than it is today. There's never been more competition for creators, for consumer attention, for advertising and subscription dollars. The competitive lines around TV consumption are already blurring, as a number of services put their content on both the linear channels and the streaming services at the same time. And the more platforms are making their way into the TV in your living room. So TV is not what we grew up on. TV is now just about everything. Oscars and the NFL are on YouTube. Networks are simulcasting the Super Bowl on linear TV and streaming. Amazon owns MGM. Apple's competing for Emmys and Oscars, and Instagram is coming next. So, YouTube has just surpassed BBC in monthly average audience, according to Barb, that publishes these figures in the UK. So YouTube is not just UGC and cat videos anymore. YouTube has full-length films, new episodes of scripted and unscripted TV shows. They have NFL football games. They have the Oscars. The BBC is going to be producing original content for YouTube soon. They are TV. So we all compete with them in every dimension, for talent, for ad dollars, for subscription dollars, and for all forms of content. So more broadly, we compete for people's attention across an even wider set of options that include streaming, broadcast, cable, gaming, social media, big tech video platforms. Our deal strengthens the marketplace, and it ensures healthy competition that will benefit consumers and protect and create jobs. That's why we're confident in the approval, Rich. Thanks.
Thank you, Ted. We'll now go to a series of questions on the topic of content and content strategy. The next question comes from Ben Swinburne of Morgan Stanley. In light of the global Sony Pay One agreement and the pending WB transaction, can you talk about your film strategy looking ahead? Are you leaning away from Netflix original films and increasingly to licensing films after an exclusive theatrical run?
Thanks, Ben. No, there's no change to that approach. Dan Lin and his team are going to continue to produce a slate of Netflix original films, and we'll also continue to license films in every available window as well. Our members love movies, and taste and diverse are very broad. Appetites are huge, so we want to have a broad as offering as possible.
Great. Next question is from Vikram Kesavabotla of Baird. What were your observations from recent live events such as Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua? and the NFL on Christmas Day, how should we expect your investment in live events to evolve from here?
Well, Vikram, remember, this is still a relatively small portion of total view hours. So the big live events like the amazing fight you're just talking about and that 6-round knockout, and our NFL Christmas Day games and the Snoop halftime show, they're really important and differentiated parts of the service. But again, small in total view hours. These events typically have outsized positive impacts on the business around conversation and acquisition. And we're also starting to see some benefits to retention as well. But like I said, it's a small portion of the content spend, and with 200 billion hours, a pretty small portion of the total view hours too. But we remain really excited about it, and that's why we're building out and strengthening that offer with things like Star Search premiering globally tonight with live voting. And we're beginning to invest in more events outside of the US, like I mentioned, the World Baseball Classic in Japan, for local markets.
Thanks, Ted. Another question from Vikram Kesavabotla. What types of podcasts do you think will be most effective on the platform? And what are your initial observations from the launches this past month?
Well, it's still very, very early, but we're super pleased by the early results that we're seeing. We think about video podcasts like a modern talk show, but instead of having a single brand defining show, you have hundreds of them. So it's a broad offering versus a single broad show or format. But it does generate a lot of very passionate engagement, lots of variety. We are looking forward, to the types of things we're going to add here, to things that our members already love. So sports, you've seen we can build on the success of our sports adjacent strategy, comedy and entertainment, and of course, true crime. You may have heard we've got some true crime stuff on Netflix.
Great. Last question on content strategy comes from Rich Greenfield of Lightshed. This is our quarterly theatrical question. Why has your view on theatrical windowing changed?
Well, Rich, I will point out here, I have in the past made observations about the theatrical business. We were not in the theatrical business when I made those observations. When this deal closes, we will be in the theatrical business. And remember, this, I've said it many times, this is a business and not a religion. So conditions change and insights change. And we have a culture that we reevaluate things when they do. So, short list of examples there, the pivots we've made around advertising, around live, around sports. In theatrical, we debated many times over the years whether we should build a theatrical distribution engine or not. And in a world of priority setting and constrained resources, it just didn't make the priority cut. So now when this deal closes, we will have the benefit of having a scaled world-class theatrical distribution business with more than $4 billion of global box office. And we're excited to maintain it and further strengthen that business. So Warner Brother films are going to be released in theaters with a 45-day window, just like they are today. This is a new business for us and one that we're really excited about. And I'm actually quite proud of our long track record of evolving the business. And I believe our results speak to that as well.
Great. Thanks, Ted. We'll now move on to a few questions we have from analysts about advertising. Steve K. Hall from Wells Fargo asks, as you look at the ads potential in 2026, do you think you could reach parity on ARM, average revenue per membership, or ad-supported versus your ad-free plans?
Yeah, so there is still a gap between the ad tier ARM and ARM for standard without ads, but that gap is narrowing. And because there's a gap, it means we're under realizing revenue growth in the near time. It also therefore represents an opportunity for us. So as we improve our ads capabilities, we can close that gap over time. We can drive more revenue. We've seen exactly that ability to do that over the last year. So we've expanded demand sources. We continue to improve our speed of execution on our own ad tech stack. That's more ad features, ads products, more measurement, et cetera. That means, increased fill rates, and that's driven ads ARM higher. So now that we've grown to relevant scale, meaning consumer reach in all our ads countries, our main focus is on increasing the monetization of that growing inventory. It's likely to remain our focus for at least the next several years. So we believe we can close that gap, and that means upside in terms of ad revenue growth.
Thanks, Greg. As a follow-up from Ben Swinburne, as you head into your second year with your own ad tech build out across the 12 ad markets, what's the opportunity to drive revenues? Can you maintain your premium CPMs and still meaningfully increase fill rate in the year ahead to deliver another rough doubling of advertising revenue?
Yeah, so as we mentioned a couple times before, really the most immediate benefits we've seen from our rollout of our own stack has just been making it easier for advertisers to buy in our service, more places to buy. We hear that directly in terms of feedback from advertisers. We see it in the sales performance, of course. In 2026, we are making more Netflix first-party data accessible, of course, in a privacy-safe, data-secure way for assessing media investments. That ability to tap into this deep library of insights that we have ultimately enhances the performance of media buys. We're also offering advertisers a wider array of ads formats, so more ads products, enhanced interactivity, which should improve outcomes. At the end of last year, we started testing modular capabilities with interactive video ads. These ads cater to members' viewing behaviors and allows advertisers to benefit from essentially a dynamic template that uses mix and match creative elements to drive better business outcomes. We've seen good early results in the testing, and we'll roll those out globally by Q2 of 2026. And additionally, now that we've been on our own ad stack for over 6 months, we've got a better set of data, historical campaign data. We can use that to enhance our RFP process, drive better media planning, better outcomes for our advertisers. So to get to the point of the question, we see all of that adding up to the same kind of performance we saw over the last year, which means we can grow revenue, targeting doubling that revenue growth by improving fill rate and growing inventory with similar CPMs.
Thanks, Greg. We also have a question on gaming, which I'm excited for since I'm a big player of our new party game Boggle. If my family's watching, I'm still the #1 winner. But this question comes from Vikram Kesavabotla, Baird. Netflix had some key developments in its video game offering throughout 2025. How would you characterize your success and progress at this stage? What are your key priorities for this business in 2026?
We've seen some really positive results with games like Red Dead Redemption, same kind of performance that we saw in GTA for folks that are familiar with that. We're also excited about more kids, more narrative feature releases in 2026. So those are good areas of growth for us. But a big advancement, as you sort of alluded to, Spencer, and a big priority for us is our cloud-based TV games. It's an exciting launch for us. We're still in the early stages of this rollout. Roughly a third of our members have access to TV-based games. This is sort of a process of upgrading the TV technology, the TV clients to be able to handle that. And recently with our party games on TV, Boggle, as you mentioned, Pictionary, Lego party games like that, we've seen, really strong uptake. So it's off a small base because think about 10% reach into those eligible members. But our TV-based games have enjoyed quite a significant engagement uptick after that party pack launch. And then in 2026, this year, we're going to be expanding that cloud-first strategy. We've got a growing set of cloud games to the TV, like our recently announced, newly reimagined, more accessible FIFA football simulation game. We're super excited to be able to launch that. And stepping back for a second, if you look at that in totality, why is this important? As we said in the past, it's a big market, roughly 140 billion worth of consumer spend ex-China. We are just scratching the surface today in terms of what we can do in this space, but we already are seeing, multiple instances of how this approach not only extends the audience's engagement with the service and with the story, but it also creates synergy that reinforces both mediums. So the interactive and the non-interactive side, that drives more engagement, more retention. So, bottom line, we're very bullish on the opportunity side. We're seeing progress. We've still got a lot of work to go do. And I should say, like all of our developing initiatives, we're going to ramp our investment based on demonstrated value to members and returns to the business.
We will have to have Spencer give us a Boggle demo next quarter. Right?
I watched the video of Greg playing with Elizabeth, and there's no way I'm going to challenge Greg because I think he'd take me down in 2 seconds. But with that, we'll take our last question from Rich Greenfield of Lightshed on innovation. His question is, why isn't vertical video a higher priority for Netflix?
Well, Rich, we've actually been testing vertical video features for some time, about 6 months or so. And we've had a vertical video feed in the mobile experience that's been available for several months. So that feed is filled with clips of Netflix shows and movies. You can imagine us bringing more clips based on new content types like video podcasts, which Ted mentioned, that we're adding to the general service. We'll bring the sort of appropriate components of that into that vertical video feed. And really, this is part of a broader upgrade of our mobile experience. So just as you've seen us do with the new TV UI, we're working on a new mobile UI that will better serve the expansion of our business over the decade to come. We're going to roll this out later in 2026. And just like our TV UI, it then becomes a starting point. It becomes a platform for us to continue to iterate, test, evolve, and improve our offerings. So don't worry, Rich, we got more vertical video coming for you.
Great. Thank you, Greg, Ted, and Spence. That is all the time we have now for our call. We thank all the listeners for tuning in to our earnings call. We look forward to speaking with you all next quarter. Thank you.
Exciting stuff. Earnings calls are kind of a waste of time. Like, the shareholder letter was way better than that, but whatever. I guess most people are too lazy to read all these words. They just want a quick little summary, and people are lazy. So, is what it is, but that was okay. That was okay. But the real story, make sure you guys hit the like button on your way out. The real story, my boy, Ryan Cohen, baby. Ryan Cohen. Oh, shit. My guy, bro. My guy, Ryan Cohen, coming in. Shout out to all the GME Bears. Bro. Oh my god. It's insane how many people hate that stock. Just oh, it's crazy. It's crazy, bro. Just because it hasn't gone up. I don't know. It has gone up. It's gone up a lot at times. It's just funny. It's funny how the general market views GameStop when they're fucking investing in AI and complete trash companies. And then GameStop is actually like a real legitimate company that actually makes money and actually has shareholder value to back the price. It's pretty interesting, the opinions out there. Bunch of fucking the blind leading the blind out there in the globe, in the overall majority of the market. The blind leading the blind out there. It's pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. It's my average cost, like $20 or something. I don't know. I've traded a lot of the shares, and so it's probably around $20, maybe. Could be more, could be less. I don't know the exact amount. I don't really care though. It's a long-term investment. Average cost means nothing when you're looking out 5, 10, 20 years. Mr. Ryan Cohen, bro. What a gangster. What an absolute gangster. Doesn't that mean that there's not going to be any, like, mergers or acquisitions? Because I don't think they can do insider buys, like, prior to mergers or acquisitions. So you might not see any, like, acquisitions or anything for a year. Or maybe, like, 6 months. I don't know the time limit, but I'm pretty sure that they're not allowed to buy before like a acquisition or something. So that's kind of interesting. That tells me that they think they can get that 2 billion EBITDA just from GameStop. That's what that tells me. if you know that's true. I'm pretty sure you can't do insider buys if there's like an acquisition or something coming up. CO just bought about 10 mil on your cost basis. Damn straight. Feels good. Doesn't mean it can't go down though, you know? Doesn't mean it can't go down, but 500,000 shares isn't that much, I don't think. How much did he buy last time? Oh, I guess he buys 500,000 every time, so never mind. I guess that's just what he normally buys. Pretty interesting, though. Pretty interesting. You gotta love it. You gotta love being a GameStop investor, bro. You gotta love being a GameStop investor. It's a good time. Everyone hates on the stock. It just feels good. I love it. I love it, bro. If there wasn't as much hate on this stock as there was, I probably wouldn't be as excited about it. But the fact there's like that much hate where every time, literally every single fucking stream where there's like an earnings thing or some shit, and I talk about GameStop, everyone shits on it, bro. Every single time. Like, fuck, man. These people are so dumb. These people are so dumb. Oh, man. It's so crazy, bro. So crazy. I think insiders can buy before a merger. I don't think so. Let's look it up. Can insiders buy shares before a M&A? I don't want to do a AI fucking thing. Blackout period. Blackout periods of financial markets is a period when certain executives and employees are prohibited from buying or selling shares in their company. Making changes. Blackout period usually comes before earnings announcements. Comes when major changes are being made for pensions. So maybe it's not for M&A. Insiders are generally prohibited from buying or selling shares in a company before a M&A. I mean, this is an AI thing, so how relevant is this? That's up for debate. But however, insiders can use 10b5-1 plans to trade shares during blackout periods without violating insider trading laws. These plans allowed insiders to adopt predetermined written plans for selling or purchasing specified amounts of stock, provided they were not in possession of material, non-public information when the plan was adopted. So I don't know. Maybe you can. Maybe you can. I don't know. If he really believes in the stock, he should go all in. Oh, okay. I thought that's what you were saying. I was like, what? He's got 41.5 million shares. I think. And he has a compensation plan to buy 171 million more. Like, that's crazy. 41 million times 21. I mean, he's only got 873 million into the stock with a 171 million share compensation plan at 2066. Fuck. Oh shit. Crazy. He had to buy it at a much higher price than it is now because it only goes down. What? I don't think you know what you're talking about. No specific insider buy to acquire rule. There isn't a set time an insider must wait after buying to trigger or participate in an acquisition. Critical factor in NPI. I don't know what that is, but good to know, I guess. Reason for 87.25 price action is corporate option exercise. What? Okay. Okay. Should we see what nonsense Reddit's saying? I'm sure there's a lot of Reddit nonsense. I don't know what you're talking about, bro. I don't even think you know what you're talking about, if I'm just being honest. You can think you know what you're talking about, but I don't think you do. So, but that's fine. I hope you have a good day, buddy. I hope you have a good day. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything of value here. I mean, it's Reddit, so I wouldn't expect to see anything of value here, but pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. I'm new? Well, you shouldn't talk about the stock market like you know what you're talking about if you're new. Just saying. That's I don't know. Doesn't really make sense. If you're new and you don't know what you're talking about, you shouldn't talk like you act like you know what you're talking about. Just a rule, just to, help you in the future. Maybe you'll actually be able to learn if you stop thinking you know what you're talking about. Hey, thank you for being here, bro. Thank you for being here. What now? I don't know what now is. I don't know what now. Charts don't lie. If you think, I don't know. The chart doesn't matter, bro. Chart doesn't matter. Business matters. The chart's for day traders and people who think they know how to make money. Just saying. Just saying. The chart's for day traders. I don't need a chart. I don't need a chart. Well, that was fun. Good stream. Not bad. I guess it's time to get out of here unless you guys got something to talk about. I don't really have much to say about the Ryan Cohen insider buy. It's not really. It's cool, but it's not really anything that crazy. Next earnings call I'm hosting, Intel on Thursday. I don't think there's anything tomorrow. I mean, there is earnings tomorrow, but no stocks that are that people are hyped on, So, Intel on Thursday is going to be the next earnings stream. What's next week? What earnings do you got next week? I appreciate you dips and chips. I don't mean to be rude. But I hope you have a good one, bro. I'll see you on Thursday. Let's see. Texas Instruments next week. Microsoft, all the big boys. Okay, we got a packed earnings week next week as well. I don't know how I'll sleep today. I mean, I think you'll sleep just fine knowing you're a GameStop investor. Especially if the market's down again tomorrow. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if the market's down again tomorrow and GameStop's up? Oh, fuck. I think you'll sleep pretty good. I think you'll sleep just fine. I know I'll sleep good. I really want to take some profits, but at this point, I just don't give a shit. If I'm just being 100% honest, I just don't even care anymore. It's this is either gonna work or it's not. And it's taking these little $50, $100 profits isn't even worth my time. literally just made like 10 grand in one candle. It's like, what do I need to take profits for? Would be hilarious while Weak Ryan Cohen drops 13 Ds, 500k shares at a time. That'd be crazy, bro. That'd be crazy. That'd be absolutely insane, bro. That'd be hype. That'd be way hype. If he's just fucking stacking, bro. I mean, next buy should be 2120. Like, 2080 should be out of the picture, honestly. Like, unless the whole market crashes, I guess. Like, I don't know if you'll ever see 2080 again. I really don't. I don't know. I mean, we'll see. You know, I wouldn't say it's, you know, I wouldn't bet my life on, I mean, I already have my life bet on GameStop, but I just don't think we'll see 2080 again. I really don't. I think the next, you know, what you got to fill 2120 now. 2080 low volume area is done. Like, I don't know. It's tough to predict short-term price action, but bro, we've been talking about 2080 for like a fucking year now. And you finally, you know, had a POC on 2080. It's like, I don't know if we'll see it again. I really don't. Take 10k profit before it melts back, because 10k profit's nothing. I'm trying to make 6 figures or millions, bruh. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck, bro. Think I give a fuck about 10k? I've watched like 80 grand of profits melt back. Like, I don't give a shit about 10k. Yeah, don't be spreading fake news in my chat, bro. Don't be spreading fake news in my chat. Good for you if you're buying calls, but you're not nobody's gonna listen to you. What's up, Zach? Hope you're good, bro. Options roaring kitty return. Let me get some of that smoke. What are my thoughts on natural gas? I don't have thoughts on natural gas. And that's a very broad question, so not even an answerable question. Holding down 10k feels like nothing after seeing 100k disintegrate. Facts. On God, though. For real. I mean, being down 10k would be, it would be a bigger deal if, like, I wasn't, you know, you weren't so confident in your investment. Like, imagine you had that much money in, like, an AI stock or something. Like, you probably wouldn't be as confident. But since it's GameStop and you know, like, the fundamental value is what's on the fucking screen, it's like, even if you're down, it's not that big of a deal because you know the fundamentals back the stock price. You can't really say that about a lot of other stocks. Like, there's not many stocks out there you can say that about. Really interested in natural gas, said no one ever. Energy's an interesting thing. Energy's always interesting. I'd prefer investing in the energy companies, not necessarily like natural gas itself. You'd want to find a company that's like doing pretty well in that space. I mean, that's how I look at it, but obviously, you know, natural gas company could also be more risky. But energy's, if you like volatility, energy is pretty volatile. Energy can be very volatile at times. Gold is the play almost always. I mean, you're just saying that because gold's been doing nothing but going up the past 6 months or whatever, but there was a time when gold didn't even fucking move for years. The only reason you're saying that is because gold's up. You weren't saying that back here. I guarantee you weren't ever fucking talking about gold from 2010 to 2020 when it sat from 1125 to 1800 range for 10 plus years. You weren't talking about it back then. The only reason you're talking about gold is because of the past like year or two. I'm just saying, like, that's the reality of it. You weren't talking about fucking gold 10 years ago or 15 years ago. That's just the reality, bro. That's just the reality. Is like saying Bitcoin was the play when it was going up. Yeah, that's your average stock market participant though. They only talk about things that are going up. That's why whenever I mention GameStop in those earnings streams, everyone shits on it because GameStop has been flat for God knows how long. That's why everyone shits on it. If GameStop was just only going up, everyone and their fucking mom would be investing in it. Everyone and their mom would be talking about it. It's like, that's just, I don't know, man. For some reason, stock market participants are just like fucking ridiculous. Like, for some reason, they don't pay attention until the stock's already up like 50 to 100%. Or, the commodity, whatever it may be. I don't understand it personally, but that's just your average stock market participant. Or, degenerate gambler, potentially, because that's kind of how Pokemon was as well. Pokemon was flat 2022 to 2023, and then randomly Pokemon started getting a bunch of hype, and everyone was into Pokemon. Like, it's just, there's some weird, like, psychological thing that I don't understand. That when prices are going up, everyone is like, they just like don't. I don't know, man. They just don't. They don't pay attention to anything else. Cause money, but it's risky to buy stocks that are going up. Like, it's risky. So you're not making money. Most people lose. Like, I get that, but, like, I don't know, like, if you had, like, the sound mind of a real investor or real stock trader, you'd want to be buying when there's, like, less risk. You wouldn't want to buy when the stock's already up 20-30%, because then there's 20-30% of extra added risk. But I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. But I'm going to get out of here. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. God bless you. If you're a GameStop investor, congratulations. We'll see if it continues. We'll see if the market continues to drop as well. Should be a good time. But thank you guys for being here. Have a good rest of your day. I'll catch you tomorrow. God bless you. Shout out to the new people. Appreciate you guys coming in. Hopefully we see you again. I live stream basically every day, so hopefully we see you guys again. God bless you. Shout out to the OGs. Thank you, OGs. Thank you guys for always supporting the stream. I appreciate you. And yeah, God bless you. Peace.